Well,
I don't like that music as an intro.
welcome back, everybody.
We're gonna die.
So my shoes are still
So you died and you
So-
Dark Souls.
Last session, you guys agreed to stay at the temple, do some additional research for an hour.
We just stay at the temple.
Yeah.
Don't go anywhere else.
That's it.
pretty
You did a little bit of research. You found out very little amount about the domain of demons. You found out where to go in order to get a special reagent to cure Fonkin's lycanthropy,
Oh yeah,
Which ain't gonna happen anytime soon.
which, yeah,
First breaker
might
might
be a while.
There's no moon here. It's fine.
So,
Probably.
then you heard screaming and yelling and running, and
Which we still don't know who was screaming, yelling, and running. We didn't see anything, right?
you saw like a couple travelers
Yeah.
run into the temple.
I don't remember that.
So the six of you ran
Swear it
out
was ghosts.
with the thundering footsteps of Thrall alongside you. And when you got outside, you were faced with a portal and several devils and demons having come through it. You engaged in a pretty epic combat. Aravae went down again, but managed to come back up. You guys all got pretty close. Well, not all of you, but a few of you got pretty close. But you did manage to succeed. And then Ace, you shot your shot and said, this is the time. This goes to the domain that we need to go to deal with the book. Aravae and Taric went in pretty quickly. The rest of you took some convincing while Laz kept the portal open. Eventually, something Ace said or did or whatever it might have been convinced Fonkin and Airic in particular, whether they thought it was a bad idea or not, that this is what we're going to do.
Still think it's a terrible idea.
It's gonna be fine.
That does not
Ace,
convince me.
you promised
I did.
everybody would make it back alive.
That is true. That is a
Bold
guarantee.
claim.
Guarantee.
Guarantee.
100%.
So the rest of you went through the portal after a few minutes of yelling and screaming at each other, trying to slow each other down, casting spells at each other.
Yeah.
Who did that?
Who did that?
Yeah.
Who would put the tangle on the ground there?
And Laz, as you went to step through, you asked any advice from the old Loxodon. And his final words to you were, trust your friends, no one else. So, all of you have stepped through the portal. Immediately you feel the air stick to your lungs a bit. It's hot, thick. The portal closes behind you. Your view of the material plane replaced. You get your first proper look at the domain of demons. The vast plains roll out in front of you. The reddened ground of dirt and dust swirls up in passing winds, stings against your skin. You see in the distance swaths of trees, some dead, some dying. And further on, a large red lake sits calmly and silently. Overhead, a deep red haze discolors the sky. Clouds of ash and smoke billow, and your vision at length is rendered distorted. A pale, quiet, black sun sits in the skies above you. The light it gives off is cold and dead, as if the very plane you now stand on has passed beyond the life you are accustomed to. You see rocky crags, vast mountain ranges, behind where you came through, and distant silhouettes of creatures fighting each other, hunting each other, and spilling the blood of each other. Beneath your feet, on the dirty ground, you see strewn about you weathered bones, dismembered limbs, disfigured bodies, Stains of blood shed, some fresh, some darkened from time past. What you do not see are your companions, Aravae and Taric.
So I have a slightly nerdy question.
Sure.
With the black sun, does that mean it's like a black dwarf star?
How dare you? That's a nerd. We're playing Dungeons
No.
and Dragons.
No?
It's a sun,
But the sun is a star.
yes.
If
It
it's
is,
black, I mean,
it is the sun that you believe you're accustomed to seeing.
it's just black.
The dark reddened sky and the dust and ash in the air has rendered it black from what you can see.
Okay.
Your little knowledge of this domain and others is that they exist in the same system, much like the Earth and Mars and things like that.
Mars is a thing.
Well, no, in the traditional world, like we have Earth, Mars, Mercury, Venus, etc. This is similar. The domains exist in a similar sort of system as the human planets. So, the four of you see all this, but you do not see your companions.
I don't think Laz notices that very fast.
No, you have terrible
I don't
perception.
have any perception. It's the greatest part of my character. And the first thing I think Laz notices is how warm he is. So he's going to cast Prestidigitation on his clothes and chill them to make them nice and cold. Cool himself down. I can cast it up to 3 times and have 3 different effects.
Fun.
So my pants, my armor, and my my cloak.
Sure.
And then once I'm done that, I'll look up and see
You guys see like
where's.
steam rise off of Lass.
And it apparently persists for a full hour.
There you go.
So, wait, where's Taric? Where's Aravae? They were right
Aravae!
Taric! Hey, buddy.
Wait. Shit, we shouldn't be yelling.
Is there anything like nearby that we can see, like creatures or anything?
Nearby, you don't see any creatures. They're pretty far off in the distance. You can see them, some flying around on the ground, but nothing nearby.
Ricky, did you have your little brain thing with Aravae?
Not at the moment, no, it wasn't.
Can you do
Like-
that? Is that something you can just do
I
with her?
have to see her.
Oh,
No, it's not constant.
that's
I have to do it when I want. It lasts for a couple hours when I do it, but it's not just all the time. And I have to see her to start it.
Wait, I actually don't know if Laz knows about that brain thing. I don't think I've been chosen yet. Have you talked about it?
I don't know. I don't
Whatever.
think so.
It's been common knowledge somehow.
I'm gonna look around for any like tracks nearby or anything like that.
Okay. You
See
see,
if
make a survival check. Dice up. You're looking for tracks or signs of.
like anything that would point to them going somewhere, you know, being dragged away, anything like that.
This is like seconds after we got through the portal, right?
Yeah, like you walk through and immediately it's so different. I would say you probably take a little bit of time to just look at like
Yeah.
what you're seeing, because this is unlike anything you've ever seen.
You can borrow dice.
And you'd assume the rest of the group is doing the same
Yeah.
Sure. For a period of time, or before you maybe look around at the group and realize there's only 4 of you.
I go up to Ace. Like, where are we?
We are somewhere in here.
Alright, that's incredibly helpful. You push us through that hole. Where are we? And where are they?
I'm working on something here. That is a 16 survival check.
You take a look around. The The dirt and dust has been kind of swirling around with the passing winds.
Yeah.
So it's hard to read too much, but you see not far off from where you guys have landed what looks like several overlapping footsteps. And they lead in a sort of southeasterly direction, but kind of disappear into the dirt as it's been moved around.
We came here to destroy your book, right?
Yeah.
Where's your book? Let's kill it.
Yeah, can we just do it here?
It'll come back. So, you remember I don't have the book on me right now, right?
No,
Yeah.
you do not have the book.
So we
remember
gotta stay
big
here for a couple
Elephant Man
days.
Yeah.
destroyed the book while we were at the temple.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
It regenerates though, and it
like after
regenerates.
a day, after a few hours.
I mean, I didn't notice it until we got back to the capital. So it could be a day. It could be, at most, like 3 days.
3 days.
Because that was about the time frame from walking from where we destroyed the book to the capital. So at most, it'll be 3 days.
Are days even the same here? Do they have days here, wherever here is?
I mean, we can count the hours, right?
What?
72. Simple.
That's not.
No, it's too fast.
What if it's different here? Because this is like where it's from or something.
I mean, that's a risk we're gonna have to take.
What's nearest? Sorry.
Are we in the Hells? What is this place?
Nearest to you
Demon place.
probably would be the mountain range off to one side that you can see. So I've
Yeah.
got your guys' pink dice there.
Yeah.
So you see a pretty expansive mountain range off to one direction. In another direction you see that big mound of trees.
That's what the little snake is to the left.
That's a small kind of area of trees.
Okay.
But
And then the one
up
up
to
top
the
we're talking about.
yeah, the north
North.
is quite a large sort of looks like a kind of a forest of some kind, but a lot of the trees
What kind of
don't.
scale are we looking at here?
You're having trouble figuring that out.
Okay, good.
The mountains are big,
Mountains are
but
big.
it's hard to judge how far they are.
Can I ask an out of character question?
Never.
You can certainly try.
Because there is the Hells where devils come from and the Abyss where demons come from.
Yes.
Is that knowledge at all relevant?
This place is neither.
Okay. Not that Eric would know, but I'm like, am I going off that knowledge that there are two different places where those things come from, or no, disregarding that?
I think you disregard that.
This is something, okay. Something entirely
Should
different.
Okay.
should we just quickly look for them?
Yes, I found tracks leading southeast. They were pretty recent, right? I mean, if they're being blown from the wind, kind of thing.
Yeah, it's a fair guess that they might be somewhat recent.
Yeah. So I found recent
Can't tell how
footsteps.
long though.
Yeah.
Can I just make a perception check around our area?
What are you looking for?
Any sign. I am not looking for anything in particular, but a general perception check.
Just taking a look.
yeah, just take a look.
Sure.
This is where my nat 20 comes in. I can't read that. 15.
15. Yeah, I mean, nothing particularly sticks out. Again, you see, like, that mountain range, you're having trouble judging how far it is, even from how far you are. The mountains are fairly tall. Nothing really sticks out to you now.
I'm gonna pick up like a rock. Just throw it as far as I can.
Laz, idiot. We're trying not to.
Yeah, maybe we don't.
We're trying not to draw attention
it's
to
happened.
ourselves.
Yeah, you throw the rock off in a direction and kicks up some dust and dirt, but
We should probably move
Nothing happens.
somewhere. We're just standing out in the open like a bunch of
My
assholes.
perception
Okay,
of
but
its distance
first-
change.
We're in a pretty dangerous place.
you
So-
hear it better than you see it.
Yeah.
We should try to be a little
It's
more
very easy.
stealthy with our movement.
That is assumed. Aye.
Odd question. Tristan,
Mhm.
do you have pass without trace prepared by any chance?
Did you get rid of it?
Technically, I gave it to Hannah. Although, I mean,
Right.
if you talk about like the beginning of the day kind of thing, I mean,
Yeah. We've kind of just.
I'll leave that up to DM whether or not I do have it still in this day, quote unquote.
When did you give it to her? After the session when you were talking
Yeah,
about it?
yeah, it was just a session.
I'm willing to retcon that because that was out of session. So, you still have it if you have any spell slots left to cast it. You have one.
Literally 1 second.
How long is the...
Up to an hour.
Up to an hour? Okay. I think what we need to do, we'll move stealthily for now. If we come up on anything as we're moving southeast, we can use pass without trace. Either sneak our way around it, or if they, if we happen to come up on Taric and Aravae, we use it and get the jump on them. All right.
How did they? We were all standing there a minute.
I don't know.
What happened? Were they taken? Did the jumping through the hole somehow send them somewhere else?
I mean, it took me a little while to convince you guys to come in, so maybe just during that small amount of time, I mean, somebody could have just grabbed
So
them.
the weird time thing, like they jumped through 10 seconds before I did, but it was an hour for them or some nonsense.
No, because then when Laz went in after I did, there would have been a ridiculous jump too, because he stayed back for a couple seconds
Yeah.
after. They had to have been
I'm just
grabbed.
trying to wrap my head around this. This is insane.
I know it's hard, but southeast. That's where I see the only footprints I see that are recent. The
Okay,
direction they're going.
sure.
We're
So,
gonna go southeast until we find.
for my own peace of mind, we got A, find Aravae and Taric.
Yes.
B, kill the book. C, get home.
C.
Okay,
That's right.
we're here. Can't do anything about that.
No,
We got goals to accomplish.
that's right.
We can focus on that. Let's go.
All right. Southeast. We're moving at a slower pace though, right? Or are we stealthy?
I think stealth, yeah, slower.
Yeah. There's that right? Because that's something you can do. Is it slower pace to be stealthier, or is it
Yeah.
slower
It's
pace
slower
to
pace to have a
passive?
higher passive perception.
Oh, okay.
If you want to move stealthily, I would rule it definitely at the slower pace, but it'll require a stealth roll from each of you.
Who's not good at stealth?
I'm pretty good with stealth. I have like a +7.
Wow.
+3.
Okay.
Rogue.
You're not as good as me.
+10.
Well, there you go. Expertise.
We're alright.
Expertise, become my proficiency bonus.
Well, you would still have some wild shapes. So you can stay quiet with that.
And even if I
Use it.
fail, I got a side dice
Yeah, I
I can
don't
pop
get
into
it.
it.
I don't.
And you get them back on a short rest too, right?
That sounds right.
Yeah.
So you guys are going to move slowly,
Yeah.
keep your eyes out, and be stealthy. Can you all roll me stealth checks, please?
I did look it up, by the way. The only thing it says about slow speed is that we have to move slow speed in order to use the stealth, basically. So we have to
Yeah.
roll stealth. Yeah. It's
But
not like
you
an
also,
automatic.
Yeah, you do get a heightened perception out of it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you get a +5 to if you need to make a perception.
Oh, okay.
So I rolled a
That's a
3,
nat 20.
giving me a 13. Would that be considered a failure? So I may apply my psionic dice?
I would say so, yes.
Great. So that's a 15 total.
Okay.
Go
15
roll.
total.
27. I got a nat 20.
23.
Wow. How am I
Wait,
the
did
one?
you get a nat 20 on that too?
Yep.
Nice.
What is happening?
Les?
9.
Oh, okay.
If half the party succeeded, we succeeded on
Half the
stealth.
party got that 20.
I mean,
Yep. That's how
I know
checks
the rules. I know the stealth
Yeah.
rules
So,
now.
The nat
Ace
20 counts
and
two successes.
Fonkin are kind of helping the other two along. Cover your tracks.
I'm
and keeping an eye out.
I grabbed a stick.
Eric, I
and
think you're just
running.
very
I'm naturally good
preoccupied
at
in
this,
your mind.
but I am like
I'm just
distracted. Like
But the fact that we're in this place.
I was just
Yeah.
kind of staring up at the sun.
I'm like
Directly
carrying Laz
into
at
the
this
sun.
point. Like
Yeah, I
I've
don't know
got
if
him
it's
like
worth his eyes
under
or
like
not.
a cape of mine or something. Like
I'm trying really hard to keep it under wraps, you know.
Yeah. Laz, to answer your question, it doesn't really hurt your eyes to stare at the sun.
Interesting.
So he's just going to keep staring at it because he doesn't understand that. He knows about the other sun.
Yeah.
Now it does actually hurt a little bit. As
Alright.
we're walking,
It's giving you radiation
just
damage.
want to check in with everyone. Anybody else can have the heebie-jeebies?
Yes.
yes, very much so.
What kind of
Is
question?
that normal?
What kind of question is that?
Question
Of
about
course.
heebie-jeebies.
Of course we have.
Is that normal?
Look where we are.
It's normal interaction. Yeah.
Okay.
Did he what's his face? Thranduil? Thraul. Did he tell you about this place? Is that what you guys were talking about? I wasn't particularly listening.
I mean, he warned us against going in here.
Oh, great. Good to know.
I'm telling you, it will be fine. I will make everything work out in the end. Okay, we need to find
You better.
Taric and Aravae.
On the side, and I recognize the picture and I don't like it.
I already I already made that promise that I was gonna make sure everybody gets home safe. So we gotta just find Taric and Aravae, and we'll be good.
That's
We'll be
good.
good.
So long as you understand the weight of the responsibility you've taken upon yourself. Nobody else. It's all on you.
I do. Yeah, I do understand that.
It's your fault.
If something happens, it will be my fault. I am completely fine with accepting that.
I would argue something has already happened.
Ain't
Well,
no goodwill hunting around here. No, it's your fault.
All right. Do we come up on anything? Every hour or so, I also just want to or anytime there's an environment shift, just do a perception sweep of the area kind of thing.
Ongoing perception check.
Yeah, literally just an ongoing. I just want to watch everything that's changing.
Having our two wisdom peeps do that is probably good.
Yeah.
Not a bad plan.
My passive perception went up to 13, if it means anything. It's
Not bad.
something.
It's not bad. So,
That's my passive
you
perception.
guys get moving towards this kind of mountainy expanse. And as you walk, the landscape doesn't change much. There's large rocks, boulders here and there. Occasionally you see a large rock that has pulsating growth of sorts on it.
I don't like Fonkin.
Like a fungus?
Not sure unless you take a closer look.
I'm not touching no fucking pulsating shit. What?
I don't know if you guys have seen the newest season of Stranger Things.
Yeah, I
but,
just finished it the
I
other
haven't
day.
finished the new stuff, but yeah.
Like Vecna's whole dimension thing.
Yeah.
That's I'm thinking of that right now. That's the
It's
whole
all red. There's
Just
red lightning everywhere.
tentacles and stuff
Ugh.
everywhere.
I'm not gonna poke it, but I'm gonna go look at it.
Okay. So you guys kind of
This is directly.
pass by one, and Fonkin moves up to take a closer look, and the pulsating seems to increase.
Oh no.
When I see that, I'll move back off real
Yeah,
quick.
do I notice that at all? Or
Laz-
anything?
You
Laz
definitely-
has
I mean, you guys all have a +5 because
Yeah.
you're moving slowly, so you would all see
I'm
this.
gonna turn to Funkin and be like,
I already got back. He's the one
Yeah.
going.
hey, no shot. Listen, you
No,
want to mess
bad
around when we're
lads.
on the material plane, nothing I can really do about it. But I promised I was getting everybody home safe. I can't have you going and touching a bunch of weird pulsing rocks, okay?
It's a new place. There's new things. I want to
Dangerous
He's
things.
got a good point. I raise a counterpoint. Those who fall behind are left behind. How about that?
I'm not letting
I don't
anybody
like that.
fall behind. Laz, do not touch the rock.
How about I don't touch the rock? but when we get far enough away, I'll
With
throw
your
something
hands.
at it.
I can live with that.
No.
We're trying not to draw attention to ourselves.
Because what if, do I see like, with like the pulsate, because is it like a pulsating rock or is there like veins on the rock that are pulsating?
So there's a growth.
How far are you from it?
I don't want to
my
get closer
goodness.
than,
I mean,
I wouldn't get
first-
closer than like 30 feet.
The
of it.
first thing
From
you
30
described,
feet,
so messy.
It's hard to see if it has like veins, but it towards the center of it, it is a little more reddish, and the outside is a little more kind of a pale pink.
Okay, this is like an egg or something.
not a rock.
This is absolutely like a monster egg. We're not touching this thing.
Face hugger's gonna jump out of that shit.
Laz, I'm sorry, but you can't throw anything at it. You can be as mad as you want at me right now, but I can tell you,
It's just there's so many cool things here.
I get it, but when we get back to the material plane, which we will, you'll be thanking me because I made the right call and said don't touch the definitely monster egg.
So many cool things.
If we ever come back, I'm gonna touch it.
Okay, you know what? Yeah, sure. If we come back to the domain of demons after we get home,
Maybe you can
Sure.
find a travel agency. Book you a
Swear on
nice portal flight here.
I swear on it.
Excellent.
Okay. I keep going because we're not touching the rock.
Laz is happy.
I hate this rock.
As you guys begin to withdraw and keep going, you do notice the pulsating slows.
goodness.
Yeah.
How does anything being described with the word pulsating is a red flag?
It's not untrue.
Good way to use the word pulsating, man.
No, there's no good way.
So, you guys traveled for
A chunk of time.
a chunk of time. There's
Indeterminate.
no change to the atmosphere around you.
Do the mountains look like they're getting closer?
Not after an hour, 2 hours, 4 hours. You're not sure. Doesn't feel like it.
Are there any landmarks, other pulsating egg rocks that we pass?
There's rocks here and
Any
there.
indication of distance being traveled?
Yeah,
Can we
do
see
we-
But
footsteps
do
behind us?
things seem different
Do we recognize?
as we're moving through?
Like, are we making progress for sure? Do we recognize anything we're passing?
You don't
There are
recognize
footprints
anything you're
behind us.
passing. No. If you guys take a look behind you, I mean, the dust and dirt has been kicked up in the wind, covering your own tracks to a degree even. So
Are there
hard
tracks
to
continuing
tell.
ahead of us?
you had a rough trail for a bit here and there. It's hard to tell how far you've come exactly. The
You know, I
land
know
here is, again, more rocks and boulders are dotting it, and the odd tree here and there, largely dead or dying like the other trees you saw. And as you guys continue on, who has, let's see, highest passive perception? Probably is Fonkin and Ace.
Yeah, I have 19.
Yeah,
19 with the plus
Yeah.
5
Okay,
from
yeah,
the...
yeah.
Normally I have
travel.
14.
So I would have the most.
So 21.
Shame we don't have anyone
We
with
said
us who's good
16,
at
right?
tracking.
Yeah, wait, what's
Yeah.
this plus 5?
For
Oh,
traveling
nah,
slowly.
yours is, or wait, is it 16 with the extra, because you have
No.
proficiency.
The 16 is normal.
16 is normal for him.
16 is normal, but is it, what's your wisdom modifier?
Plus 4. No, plus 3.
Plus
Oh, okay,
3,
yeah, okay. I just want to make sure you were adding the extra proficiency bonus thing. For
Yeah.
the,
So Fonkin,
which you are, so it's fine.
Fonkin and Ace would take note earlier than the others. You guys continue on for a little bit, and the two of you start to hear a faint buzzing in the air.
Better sound than I was thinking.
This is.
But it does slowly start getting louder.
I'm gonna.
Does it sound like a cluster of buzzing, or like just one solid, like...
Like one solid.
Okay.
It's getting
Is there anything around us, like rocks or anything?
Yeah, I
like
was
that?
looking for somewhere to hide.
boulders here and there that you could, well, especially Fonkin could easily fit behind.
How many?
The odd tree
Is
here
there
and
is
there.
there enough stuff that all of us could hide?
Yeah, I don't think you could all hide together, but you could all hide.
Okay, I'm gonna quickly just go to the group. Guys, something's coming. We gotta hide. Yeah. Pick somewhere. And I'm gonna dart behind whatever one of the larger boulders. Yes. All done.
Is it like a tree or
A couple
whatever?
trees
I
run
don't know,
by.
tree or rock. I like hesitate for a second to see if it pulses at me.
No, you can the growths aren't on every rock, so they're
Okay.
pretty obvious when you see them, unless
Okay.
they're on a side that you haven't seen. But
Did you indicate a direction that whatever you heard is coming from?
No, I just said something is coming.
What direction is it coming?
I just dive
Can
behind
we tell?
something.
you don't know what directions are right now.
Okay.
It's coming from
Close.
Well, we can't tell.
coming
like-
from the mountainy sort of
That
direction.
ish area.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll get under or behind something.
Just follow we'll just say whatever I darted off to and then hid from. It's assumed that the direction is
Yeah.
I'll be hidden from it. So just kind of follow in suit of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Laz will follow. He doesn't know what's going on.
Can I fit Laz behind the boulder, man?
I'm a tall.
Pretty tall.
We're both half elves.
Yeah, you're
6'2".
both pretty tall.
I'm 5'11", I think.
I think for both of you to hide behind the same thing, I would want another stealth check.
I'll just grab Laz
Yeah,
and I'll
grab-
find another rock for us.
Yeah, because you're super small.
Yeah.
Okay.
I see where everybody's hiding, right? I know.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can clock everybody as they
Do
sort
I have to
of
roll
dart
stealth or am I just?
No, I'm using
Using our other.
the stealth checks that you've been using to. move
I'm just
stealthily.
gonna keep if anybody can see me, I'm just doing this. I'm just
So the buzzing grows louder for probably count in your head about 20-30 seconds or so. It gets to be very loud before you finally see the cause of it. And you hear it kind of pass overhead slowly, and you see what could be best described as a hornet housefly, but probably bigger than a horse. And it's slowly hovering over the area you guys are in right now.
Is it just one of them?
You only see one of them, and the sound definitely is emanating from it. And you can see its wings furiously flapping at speed, and with the soot and dust in the air, you can see it's basically cutting through it essentially, leaving its own trail that kind of gets filled in.
How high above it is it?
Probably about 50 feet.
50 feet.
Even at that distance,
It looks huge.
it looks huge, and it is very loud.
How big is it?
I would say
Bigger than a horse.
it's probably, well, it's bigger than a horse. It's probably similar size almost to the Omkank you fought.
Boy.
More big bugs.
Big fly now.
Laz is going
To do something stupid.
I'm gonna suggest an idea that's stupid.
You guys are all separated, so.
Out of character.
Laz is gonna.
We could ride that thing.
Oh my god. What the frick?
That's a Laz idea.
That's a great.
We could ride
never
that. Are you
Wait.
kidding me?
Wait till I
The-
dominate a monster and then we're good.
Free mount above us right now. Just
Epic
making that
level
clear.
That actively wants to eat us.
Oh, we can tame it.
I am going to.
Somebody's got calm emotions. Wait.
No, I don't.
Oh,
Can I grab my bit? Do something else.
damn.
I'm going to cast Minor Illusion. And just the sound, I can cast up to 30 feet. So, away from us, not in the opposite direction we're going, I'm just going to create the sound of footsteps running.
Okay, heading away from you.
Heading away from us.
Okay. There's no roll or anything.
Nope, it just happens. They can use their intelligence investigation to check against my spell save, which is 15.
is a nat 20.
Good stuff.
So you cast the sound and make the noise, and you see it quickly dart its body and eyes over to where the noise was. It hovers towards it slightly and then stops, realizing there is nothing there. Continues sweeping overhead, looking around.
Frickin' try waiting.
Slowly begins to hover downwards, looking for whatever it's heard. As it lowers, the droning gets louder and louder.
As cool as I can.
Are you kidding me? You know how cool that would be?
Like this giant bee demon map that we could ride in the domain of demons. This thing probably took care of it.
Right now, I would say
Other skills.
it's closest to Laz and Fonkin.
I'm going to stage whisper because I have to be aware of the friggin' mic.
Yep.
I have very little energy left, but I could turn both of us invisible. Do it. Invisibility both of us. The third one's +1.
Okay.
Okay, that's down to +1.
It's worth it. It is worth it.
I hope this thing doesn't have true sight or any sort of thing that screws that up.
Do we know what this thing is?
I know what it is.
What is this thing? I've never
Big.
done it.
Well, this is getting
We
weird.
don't know, man. It's a big bee.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he used it once or twice in Critical Role. It was rough.
Oh, okay.
Rough.
I do not remember.
They have a super fun ability that I hope we don't see, and I will tell it so Chris can have his fun.
Okay.
So, keeps lowering down, and Ace and Airic, you can like feel the stone that you're hiding behind, like rumbling slightly from how deafening the buzzing
It's still
is.
hovering.
It's hovering downwards towards where
Like it's literally going towards
Fonkin
us.
and Ace or and Laz. Yeah, it's coming down kind of over the area you're hiding.
See that though.
You can see it.
It's kicking up dust.
You've
like a
cast
trumpet.
invisibility.
Yep.
Okay.
It's time to go. You're my next one. And I'm holding you because I can't see you.
Yes.
It might see our footprints. I think it already knows where we are.
Is there any like little rocks around us?
There's a fair amount of rocks all over the place at this point, but depends on what you're looking
You're
for.
stronger than me?
It doesn't appear to be like looking directly where you guys are hiding, but
It's aware of
it is
something.
aware of something in that area and is slowly
Can
coming
I
down.
see it
And
at
you
all?
can, you
Like, can I make eye contact with it?
I wouldn't
Not
recommend that.
eye
That's not a good
contact.
idea.
Not eye contact, but like, can
Line of
I?
sight.
Am I like hiding behind it and I just hear it, or can I see it at all?
You can hear the direction it is right now, so if you were to poke your head out,
Okay. If it makes like an active, aggressive move, like it has seen somebody and is going to attack, then I'll pop out and attack it.
sure. Okay. So you're just kind of like readying your bow or
Yeah,
psionic
I'm not
blades.
even caring about the bow right now. I got
Okay.
my freaking cyanide.
Sure.
Yeah, only if it seems to have actively seen somebody and is pursuing.
So
I think we should go.
right now it is getting closer. You judge it to be just about 30 feet above you, but still coming down. And you can feel the wind at this point from its wings, like
It's kicking up dust?
kicking up dust a little
like a
bit,
helicopter.
kind of like a helicopter landing.
Oh,
Because I feel like if we try to get out of here, I was assuming we're gonna have to make like another roll for stealth. Because how close
But
this
we
thing?
have advantage.
We do. Oh man, this is terrible.
What do you guys do?
I've said to him, I think we should go. We're running in that moment right now.
The dust is kicking up.
It's
might
kicking up
cover
dust.
your-
It's making a lot of noise.
it would
We're
cover your-
invisible.
Yeah.
Although I assume even though we're invisible, we would still displace the dust around us, right?
Technically speaking, you would, but
Yeah.
It would be hard
it's
to see.
kicking
But it
up
also
a
kicks the
lot.
dust over us.
Yeah,
It
the,
would be
the
hard to
dust is
see
like starting to kick up pretty heavily. So
It would displace your footsteps quickly.
Um,
Oh boy.
what do you do?
okay, yeah, you said we're holding hands?
Yeah, I'm grabbing onto somehow.
We would have had to touch him to cast
Yeah.
invisibility. So
Yeah,
you
I've
probably
maintained-
kept your hand
I've
on.
maintained
Yeah.
my hand on.
Yep.
Okay, well, this is so bad. I'm grabbing your hand and I'm taking you in like a 90-degree angle, perpendicular to the direction this bee thing is
We're
coming at.
heading
It's
directly
coming-
away from it.
It's coming down from above you,
Yeah,
like
but
a
I mean,
helicopter
it
landing.
would have come like from wherever it's coming from. It was coming from like,
Came from towards the mountain.
let's say the east. Yeah, let's say it's coming from the east. I'm either going to head north or south, wherever there's more cover, I think.
South.
South. I'm heading south then, pulling him with me.
Okay. I need both of you to make stealth checks
With advantage.
Here we go!
with advantage because you are invisible.
Boys and oh, there's no girls. No girls allowed.
Does this thing look like?
Not good.
Does it
Thankfully,
look like anything other than a big
advantage.
bee?
It's all black.
It's black.
Yeah.
Just tell me you roll.
It's all black. It has.
Okay.
It has a. Horned proboscis would be the correct way of saying it.
Oh, it's like a skeeter.
Yeah, and
Oh.
it's probably a good 2 to 3 feet long. Gentlemen, totals. Fonkin,
11.
with advantage.
I rolled a 2 and an 8.
Les.
I rolled a 1 and a 19.
Oh man! Thank
So
goodness.
we're up to 24.
Oh, that's so much better.
So I'm
We like
gonna
swap
scoop 'em
rolls.
up and start running.
Okay. You guys, as you start running, the sound almost makes you sick to your stomachs. You make a good pace. Do either of you look back at it?
I would. I'm being carried, so.
Sure. Fonkin, you look back and you see it a little more quickly start descending downwards where you were, but it does not turn its head towards where you are running.
I can't believe that worked.
So you guys make some new cover. Watching it, those of you who decide to watch it, you're invisible, so you're probably going to do it.
Absolutely.
How long does it last?
Hour. We're good.
So you guys, as it sort of ends up a few feet above the rock you were hiding behind before, turns, does a slow kind of 360, taking in what's around it. Doesn't move towards any of your hiding places. After about a minute, you see it begin to hover back up into the sky and head northward. Buzzing slowly. It's quieter, quieter. You can still hear it after a short period of time, but at this point it has disappeared into the din of the sky.
You said most of it, like when it's flying, it even leaves like a trail underneath on the dust.
Yeah.
Is it similar to the trail that we've been following?
No.
There's the dust in the sky and it leaves a trail.
Like its trail is just turbulent air
Oh,
pushing
that's what you mean.
everything
Oh, okay.
aside. The trail you were following was definitely footsteps of some kind, but hard to track with the wind blowing the dirt and dust around. But
I'm gonna continue carrying Fonkin like a football under my arm.
That's how you're carrying me?
It's the best way to run.
I mean, I'm not going to argue with that, but
Are they still
I don't
invisible?
like it.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna run up to, after giving some time for the thing to go away. Once it's
disappeared from sight completely. I'll run over to where I saw Airic and Ace hiding. You guys, invisible.
Yeah, I kind of caught on to that.
Good, you can do something useful.
I think that went pretty well. All things considered.
We almost died.
We didn't almost die. That thing wouldn't have killed us. We're
It
strong.
would have killed you. It would have killed us.
We're stronger than it. If it even came anywhere near attacking you guys, I would have done something. But it didn't, because you guys can turn invisible. That was fine.
And I can do this one more time.
That's good. We're gonna save
That's
that.
it. I need to rest.
We will. We just probably shouldn't be so out in the open.
Should we continue for a while?
Yes.
What time of day did we leave the material plane?
Probably late morning, early afternoon, after spending some time at the temple. Because you arrived there.
We didn't sleep there, did we?
No.
No, you guys arrived there after traveling for an hour or two. Once you
Yeah,
had
because we
woken
want to
up.
push through.
And then you spent some time, I would say another 1 to 2 hours, just kind of there with things happening. So it would have been about early afternoon when you left the material plane.
Okay. And is the sun moving at all in the sky?
Make me a survival check.
7. This dice is all over the place today.
You can't really recall the position of the sun when you got here compared to now.
So no noticeable change.
Not that you can recall.
Yeah.
So, buzzing is, you can still hear it, but it is getting quieter and quieter. What do you do?
Just keep moving.
Guys, I'm gonna do a thing just for whatever communication purposes. I don't know. Who cares about secrets at this point? It's not even really a secret. I can do a weird thing. I can talk into people's minds for like limited times. It whatever hit my head when I was a kid. It's a weird thing to develop. Anyway, I can do it with me and I think a little bit more people. It seems to be getting a little stronger. But anyway, my point being is that I can talk to you, each one of you individually, within a mile. It'll last for a number of hours, and you can talk to me in our minds silently. You won't have to talk. You won't be able to talk to each other, but you can talk to me and I can pass a message.
So you're our little message boy.
Yeah, but use responsibly. Also, should you no longer wish to have the connection, you can break it off at any point, or I can kill it.
Okay. Did you do it now?
I can do it right now.
As is, before you even do it, starts to think about trying to send you a message, doesn't it?
And I will use Psychic Whispers, which will last for 4 hours.
Not bad at all.
Cool.
And I can do it, I get it once per long rest for free. Otherwise, I can
Yeah, you spend a
spend
psionic
one of my
dice
die
to
to
use
do it
it
again.
Yeah.
As many times as I
It's
want.
crazy.
And I have currently 5 more dice I can spend today. Well, actually 6, because you can get 1 back for free every short rest. So, yeah. So we can all talk. You can talk telepathically to me, and I to you. And it upgrades. It's the amount of people per proficiency bonus. So now it's me and
Nice.
3 others.
That's very convenient for the current
Convenient.
party.
convenient. Very convenient.
Les will,
And in your minds, you all hear in turn, just like this, and you may respond.
in his head, Hey, Ricky.
Yes, I hear you, Laz.
Tell Ace I said hi.
I start walking.
Did you tell him?
Yep,
What did you say?
said walk.
picks up Fonkin as I
Okay, lads, let's get moving.
Yeah, because Les is still doing that 100%. He's not moving.
When you attempt to talk to Ace, do you still get the fax machine kind of dial-up noises?
Yeah. He's,
Fax machine.
I
come in,
remember this,
one,
but
two,
I love it.
It's either like dead silence or that.
or it's just like a high pitch ringing.
You can hear it, right? You can
It's
hear when I talk.
a post flashbang.
No, I can hear you talk.
hear
It's
tonight,
just
okay.
you. If I try to respond, that comes first, and then the message.
Did you hear dial-up sound? No.
Please hold.
Like,
Like it'll just be like.
The person you are trying to reach is no longer available. Please hang up or try your call again.
Having a dumb enough character that is so funny.
Telepathic communication doesn't work.
There's no idea. Yeah,
It doesn't
no
work
idea.
immediately is the best part. It's just
Takes a little bit of time to kick in. That's a lovely one.
terrible in combat.
I love this.
Yeah, we'll
Alright.
come next round. Whatever.
Okay,
it is we call
let's
it.
keep moving.
I'll take that nerve.
So,
That's funny.
with all of the dust and dirt that was kicked up from this thing's wings, I would need another survival check to try and pick up the trail.
What if we're all looking?
Yeah, everybody.
If you're all looking, you can all roll, or
You
one
probably
of you can
want to
help
just
someone.
do.
Oh, I
you
want
don't.
to roll with my 0 survival.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you don't have a super high survival.
I feel like
just
Laz probably
help.
just would.
I mean, Laz probably would.
I-
Laz would
I'm
try to
gonna roll
help.
survival.
Laz would do it, but we'll say it's the help action.
Okay. Do you want to give the help to?
What do you have?
I have a plus 4.
Okay, I have a +3.
Okay.
What do you have?
0.
Okay.
Okay.
So we
Just yeah.
One
yeah.
help each.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that's not bad.
I'll help Fonkin because we're both
Okay,
invincible.
that's 14.
I'm gonna hold Fonkin very close to the ground.
Like a metal detector.
This is the shenanigans we get up to without our most responsible
Yeah,
people.
they could be like dead right now, and we're just like. like
We're just beeping, all of us.
we're just like.
All
It's
right.
like a life or death situation.
Totals, Ace.
Absolutely.
14.
Fonkin.
22.
All right.
Our chances
Yeah,
of
Ace,
survival
you're having a
are
little
very-
trouble picking it up, but Fonkin, you do manage after a good minute or so of looking around. You manage to pick up again, which looks like several overlapping footprints, still continuing southeast towards these mountains.
Okay. Guys,
Well-
they're going this way.
It's good to know
I can't see where you're pointing.
that.
Right.
It's good to know that they weren't taken by those bee-looking things, because I don't know if we could actually get them out of that. But they weren't, so look on the bright side.
You don't know.
Oh, by the way, I'm gonna grab Ace's arm and just tug him in the direction Fonkin's tugging me because they can't see either of us.
Oh yeah.
Fonkin says we're going this way.
All right, buddy. I assumed I kind of knew he was around and
You would have said it out loud. You would have heard him.
Yeah,
You wouldn't know
saw
what
that
direction
there's
I'm
no,
saying, but you know it's
invisible
there.
footprints being planted in the dust, and would have been
He did point. He did point.
Yeah.
They're this way. Points the invisible man.
Okay, let's
All right,
continue. We're gonna spend
southeast,
so much
southeast,
time screwing
southeast.
around.
We're yeah.
Well,
They're gonna be dead.
southeast on the map, but yeah,
We
your
have
characters
two
aren't
comedians
sure
and two
which
straight.
direction you're going. So you guys continue on.
Yes, stealthily still though.
Still stuff.
Still quiet.
Let's go ahead and re-roll those checks from the action.
But we get advantage still.
Right?
you
yeah,
guys,
oh, right.
Yeah, you guys
For a
are
while.
still invisible, so you would have advantage for this.
Come on.
Is the second natural one I rolled on the
That's
same
fine.
dice.
That's fine.
It's in
I can live with that. I can live with that.
on.
I'm gonna guidance myself. I can't live with that. Wait, guidance doesn't go on.
Wait, just a second, guys. Let me find
No,
two.
no.
It's
new
only damage
D20s for the
cantrips.
day.
These are my cursed ones. I'm
Three,
not touching
two
this.
new ones.
It's like the first ones we always choose and never more.
This one is
Do you
being
imagine?
blessed, and now it's not.
Okay, there we
You
go.
use all the
All right.
bless.
I'm feeling good.
Shenanigans.
All right,
I got an
Ace.
18.
18. Eric.
16.
16.
I rolled a 1,
And
a 2.
Oh my goodness.
We can't guarantee
7.
this is half of the party succeeding now.
7.
Well, half the party succeeded.
Okay.
16s are just barely enough.
I rolled a freaking 6. What is happening?
Getting the bad rolls out
Six.
of the way.
Oh, right, yeah, plus 10.
Days of
Yeah,
rogue.
man.
Forgot about that.
Don't worry, guys. We haven't had a chance for me to lie or talk to anyone yet. Now
Yeah.
Plus 10.
Come on,
Just
man.
wait, we'll meet King
Wasting
Demon
your
and you
character.
can lie to him. I'm sure he'll be leaving.
Make
I'll talk to
a
the
make a
director.
deal with him, maybe.
Hey, but I've
Next
thought
time you
about
walk
this.
up to the bee,
I'm pretty good at
you
lying.
just say, hey, bee, leave us alone. And it flies off.
Yes. Okay.
Alright, so you guys continue on following
We'll
this.
run forever otherwise.
Yeah.
You continue on following the trail that Fonkin picked up. You don't hear any more buzzing over the next while, which is a relief. The area, as you're heading this way, is getting more rocky. Despite the fact the mountains don't seem any closer, the surrounding area feels like foothills, almost. So you're starting to get more and more sizable rocks and boulders, but still having trouble judging how far these mountains are from you. They're pretty tall into the sky.
Is there any snow or anything like that, or is it just bare rock?
From this
Vegetation?
distance, you can't tell if it's just bare rock, but you do not see snow. No.
I mean, it's pretty hot around here, I guess.
It's pretty hot and humid right
Feels like a desert, kind of? Like the sand and
now. Feels like
rocks.
California in the summer. Like hot and like the air is thick.
Humid, grody.
Like you're breathing soup almost.
That's the worst.
It's tiring. So you guys continue on for an amount of time. Starting to get pretty tired from the amount that you've walked today. Can you all make me Constitution saving throw?
Oh, new dice. I believe in you. Good. Yes.
Hey, I'm
Gracious.
feeling
Critical roll dice is betraying me.
Ace?
good. Modified 20.
Okay. Eric?
6.
Fonkin?
16.
10.
10.
Not the worst.
Oh boy. So, Eric and I believe Laz, let me just double check. Quickly pull this little chart up.
I become exhausted.
Yeah, Eric and Laz, you both gain a level of exhaustion.
Excellent.
We should take a rest.
Yeah, you're feeling pretty winded right now.
Clearly been traveling.
How long? Over an hour, right?
Who knows?
Is invisibility faded?
Invisibility faded a while ago.
Okay.
You don't know how long you've been traveling for.
We
The sun moved in the
we
sky.
can find a crevice.
Paul, can you make another survival check for me?
I am sweaty.
This is where my conduct really hits.
22.
22.
Got it.
So you guys kind of stop for a quick breather as Eric and Lazar's kind of struggling to keep themselves going. Fonkin, you take a look up in the sky and you judge that the sun appears not to have moved at all.
Guys, I don't think the sun is moving.
Well, that's a problem.
So it doesn't become night
Apparently not.
or the next day.
Or very slowly.
Is your book gonna come back if it doesn't change days?
Have you checked?
Check my bag.
You do not find the book in your bag.
Not in my bag. Even if it was, I don't think we should destroy it without having Taric and Aravae here.
Do we have to destroy it here, or can we just leave it here?
We have to destroy it here.
Can we destroy it in the same way we have, or do we have to do a special thing to it, throw it in a lake or something? I don't know.
I'm gonna assume probably the same way, but you know, radiant is always good when dealing with cursed stuff.
Sure.
I think we should rest now.
Yeah.
Unrighteously.
Or
Yeah.
just like
Let's find like like a crevice somewhere, something like because you said there was like foothills around kind of thing.
Yep.
Just find kind of like a divot where there's enough like cover around, kind of thing that we wouldn't be spotted by anything
Sure. Yeah.
along the ground. The air, there's nothing we can really do about that.
Yeah, you guys look around for a little while and manage to find an outcropping that seems decent enough to kind of hide yourselves away in. Are you going to use...
Am I allowed to use it right now?
Yeah, I'd say you guys get your thirds.
Okay.
I feel like it's more fun than you do.
I'm
You want to use it.
I know. Okay, I know how it's gonna happen. I definitely know how it's gonna happen. All right. No, keep going first.
I just want to drink water. I want to drink my water. If I have water, I want to try to conserve it, and yet also I'm very thirsty and hot.
Mm-hmm. So you dig out your flask. It is still full. It's sloshing around a little bit with the air that's in there.
Splash a little on my face.
Yeah. Have you guys ever been to California and drank their water?
No.
It's been a long time.
It's been a while. It's kind of like
It's pretty gross. It's very, very minerally and like it doesn't taste good.
yeah.
That's what your water tastes like. It's very like
It's become that.
briny and like minerally and like it still satisfies your thirst, but
But tastes gross.
doesn't taste good going down.
Like water's been infected by this place or something. I look at my food and stuff too. Is it all grody?
It looks fine. Yeah, like your trail rations and things are still intact. But yeah, the water doesn't taste good.
Put the cap back in it.
Once you come to a stop wherever we're doing, Lila's just going to lie starfish on the ground and just start passing out.
Okay. You guys find yourselves a little area. Laz lies down on the ground like a starfish and starts passing out. You setting up.
I'm just gonna everybody stick close. I don't think we need a fire, right? Because I mean it's pretty hot.
Or no.
And it's
It's not dark out.
not dark. So
What are we doing? What are we doing? Are we resting? Are we
Taking a
sleeping
rest.
here? Are we just sitting here for an hour?
I'll take the first watch. Taking a rest.
Okay.
Fonkin, can I trust you on the second one?
Yep.
Liza puts his thumbs up and then continues.
Stay close, everybody. Okay.
Okay.
Try to find the least uncomfortable place I can find, but good luck.
I mean, it's no different than sleeping on the road, really. Just gotta move some rocks around to not have one digging into your back.
Sure.
So Laz, you pass out pretty quickly. Airic, you pass out pretty quickly. Fonkin and Ace, you're both watching, or one of you's watching?
I'm gonna take first, and then he's
Okay,
gonna take
Ace, you're
second.
watching.
Yeah.
Okay. Fonkin, you try to head to sleep. Ace, are you doing anything in particular while you're
Yes.
watching?
I am. Once I know everybody's kind of roughly asleep, he's gonna sit down kind of near everybody. He's gonna start praying. He's just gonna be like, "Hey, Saloon. Yeah, I'm way in over my head here. Like, ridiculously far. And I've dragged everybody else into this. Taric is lost. Aravae's lost. I don't know where they are. We're following a trail that has led us almost nowhere. I mean, I could have gotten Laz and Fonkin just killed today. I mean, they one slip up and it would have that could have been it. We didn't even know what we were up against. you know, I don't know how we're gonna pull through this. I made a rash decision, and I mean, it was dumb. It was really dumb. I got sick of this. If I'm gonna, I made a promise that I'd get everybody home safe. If I'm gonna do that, I don't even know if you can hear me, but I need your help. I don't know what to do. I just need something, anything. He's kind of gonna continue in prayer like that for about 10 minutes, and then around him, there's going to be a large sphere that from the inside you can see outside of, but the outside, I'd like to just be like an opaque, like red, just around it to kind of keep it hidden.
Sure.
I don't know if someone responds at all, but
Roll me a d20.
okay. 10.
10 was the DC I picked for that one.
Okay.
You kind of ramble on for a little bit. Say you sort of you quiet near the end of this 10 minutes and like wait, and you don't hear anything, and then you hear the kind of whoosh of magic, and you feel the magic come from you when this sphere appears, and all you hear is, I believe you heard the voice once before now.
Yep.
You have traveled far, young one. I will do what I can. This is a safe haven for you for tonight. Take care of your friends. I cannot keep your promise for you. You do manage to conjure up a sphere of safety, it appears. And you're all sleeping close enough together to fit inside it.
Yeah, it can fit up to 9 people inside.
Pretty sizable.
That's nice. I like just kind of looking around at it. I'm gonna kind of bang on the spear a little bit, kind of just make sure it's like solid.
Yeah, you don't know what this is.
Yeah,
So-
I just did this. I was like, okay. I'm gonna go so far as to literally pull out my rapier and try to like stab through it, kind of thing.
Yeah, as you do these things, like you hit it with your hands and it's solid. You try to stab it and your rapier like clangs off of it weirdly. Doesn't appear to have damaged your sword in any way.
Oh, okay.
And the instant that you cast it, the air immediately feels less thick and less hot. It feels more like home.
Right.
And it does get dark inside. Not like black, but it's pretty dark. So it feels, for how tired you are, it does feel like nighttime at this point.
Oh.
You can kind of see, like, facing out towards where you guys came from to get to this area, sort of little outline almost of sort of a doorway. It's closed, so it still forms a solid kind of line, but you can sort of see like a dimly lit kind of door frame look to it. So you can suss out if you needed to leave, that's probably where you'd go.
Just to be safe for this night, I'm gonna stay up, see how long it lasts, and then I'll wake up Fonkin at the right time.
Okay.
Just see what passes by at the wall overhead. Just want to know what we're looking at.
Yeah. So as you continue to watch, make me a perception check.
That is a 17.
17. Yeah. So you pick up buzzing in the distance once or twice, but not like before where it got closer to you and got very loud. Like kind of, you just sort of you pick it up like getting a little bit closer and then fading away. You don't see anything walking around outside.
Oh, okay.
Beyond that, it's fairly quiet.
Right. When the 4 hours is up, I'll wake up Fonkin. Tell him I made a magic dome. It's lasted 4 hours so far. Just see when it disappears. Wake up when it does.
Okay. Just gonna like touch the wall as well, just kind of feel it.
Yeah, same thing. It feels solid, like smooth stone almost. Definitely magical, from what you can tell, but it seems solid and safe.
Okay.
Is there anything you're gonna do during your watch?
Just watch out, see if anything happens.
Yeah. So similarly, you don't see anything wander around on the grounds. Time, again, you're having a hard time judging. You can still see the sun right where you left it overhead. Doesn't appear to have dimmed or changed in any way. Can you make me a perception check? Okay. You don't, yeah, unlike Ace, you don't really notice any buzzing in the air or anything. Pretty tired. So, eventually, you guys get your rest. Laz, Airic, you feel much better upon waking up. You all wake up and see this dome structure around you that was not there when you went to sleep. Fonkin, you're obviously awake first because you're on watch.
Yeah.
So the rest of you wake up, and yeah, Airic and Laz, you spot this 10-foot radius dome.
I roll over onto my back to see it. Just
Say so.
When I see that they've woken up, I'll tell them about what.
I'll start looking at it with my sword.
It's an 8 trick.
Did you do
One of
this?
you.
Ace.
Ace. It's one of your things.
It's like,
Yeah, I figured out how to do it yesterday.
It's like air conditioned in here.
It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice.
I like this a lot.
Circle of AC.
Can we do this more often?
Well,
Can this move? Can we just take it with us like this?
Oh, come on, tell me yes, please.
Well, if I can figure out how to do it, which I should be able to, we can do this hopefully most nights.
So it doesn't move.
No, it won't move. Nothing. Doesn't seem like anything can get through it so far.
Did something try.
As you say that, like, a few rocks kind of shift on the outcropping above you and like bounce off of the dome.
There you
I
go.
look up to where they fell from. Is there anything up there?
What's going on?
I'm freaking twitchy, right?
I know.
Make a perception check.
20.
20.
20.
Yeah, you see the rocks. You hear it. You look up. You see the rocks kind of falling, and you see a long red foot pass over the edge of the dome and disappear onto the outcropping. Where you can't
What the
see.
hell was that?
A large red foot?
Attached to a leg.
Like a humanoid
Just to
foot?
confirm
or
before anything else kicks off, we did get a full rest.
You did get a long rest.
like
yes.
a insect foot, a hoof? What are we talking here?
Definitely not human,
how
but
big?
humanoid. Long, like probably Probably a good 20 inches. Long toes, thin.
Like human-looking foot.
Like if you just took a human foot and stretched it.
Ooh. And the leg? Do I see what leg? What's leg?
Thin, lanky.
Is there a
kinda hard to
body
tell
on
from
this
what you
leg?
saw. You didn't see.
Moved quickly then.
And it's going away. I hear footsteps.
You just saw it kind of briefly, and then it disappeared behind the outcropping that you guys are sort of beneath.
Lazo was beginning to ritually cast Unseen Serpent, so
You did notice
There was a...
2 toes. Not,
Like it only
not
had
5
2
or
toes.
anything. Not like it was missing. Like it's just 2 toes.
yeah.
It was, sorry, you said it was a foot attached to a leg presumably attached to a body, or?
Yeah, you didn't see the body though. You just saw a leg kind of move.
Okay, so it's not just some leg monster that's roaming the
Like frickin'
Rockies.
Majora's Mask.
You didn't see enough to
like
confirm
giants.
So it's just walking past?
that. Do you assume you alert people of this?
Yeah. Shush. And I kind of point and shush them.
Very eloquent.
So you roll at a 20 with your perception?
Dirty 20.
20, yeah. So after the rocks kind of fall and pitter patter, you don't hear any more noise.
Footsteps leading away, nothing?
Nope.
I don't speak out loud. I link again
Yeah, you're gonna have to reapply that.
for 3 hours. And in everyone's heads, they hear do you see that? I saw a foot, a leg, red leg, foot thing. Stepped behind that rock, but no other footsteps moving away.
No,
It might still be right behind there.
I was busy doing my own thing. You sure you saw that, or you
I
just...
saw it.
Do you want to follow it?
No, I'm just letting you know. I saw a weird leg, foot thing
What direction was it going?
over that way.
Do we
kind of
know?
over top of you guys.
Do
You're
we
sort of
know kind of
under a little outcropping of rock, so it was up there, but
Cardinal direction-ish?
like
above you.
Okay.
no we wouldn't know north, south, east kind of thing.
No, not for, you're kind of nestled into the rocks, so you
Okay,
don't have a
I'm-
good vantage point.
No, this could get me killed. I was gonna say I'm intrigued, but I was like, no, being intrigued is not a good thing here.
Curiosity killed the cat.
Yeah, I as boring as it is, I think we just let it pass. We keep following.
I agree.
Can I just finish up here, or
Are you taking a piss? What are you doing?
just do my morning ritual?
That doesn't make me feel better.
Your morning ritual.
Okay, well, you have 5 minutes before I shut down.
It takes 10 minutes.
You do whatever you need to do. We need to get going. So
Maybe 10 minutes. Come on.
Okay, it'll take 10 minutes and then have as a physical signal for an hour.
Yeah. So you guys stay quiet, I presume.
yeah.
You don't hear any movement, no rocks fall or anything. As your 10 minutes completes and your unseen servant kind of pops into existence and starts giving you your morning massage, and the dome sort of trickles away, and you are now feeling the heat once again, the thick air.
I'm gonna look to see if I can pick up the trail again.
Make me a survival check.
Do we know, based on the mountains, what direction southeast is? Or what direction we kind of follow?
I mean, you've been heading the same direction the whole time,
Yeah.
but you have no way of knowing what direction it is. Normally it would be like, oh, the sun is rising in the west or something, but the sun still hasn't moved there.
Well, we could use that to figure out what direction to move, right? Because if it hasn't moved, then we can just say, well, the sun was over here when we were walking this way, so why don't we just keep walking this way while keeping the sun there?
You could, unless the trail obviously changes direction. What did you roll, Fonkin?
17.
17. You guys pack up, and Fonkin, you take a look around, and you do manage again to find more tracks. They seem to be heading in the same direction still, towards the mountains.
Alright, I'm gonna start walking that way.
Okay. You guys are continuing along stealthily once again, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Okay. Fresh stealth checks.
For reference, my prepared spell list. Bless, Guiding Bolt, Healing Word, Inflict Wounds, Aid, Spiritual Weapon. So I took out Silence and Cure Wounds to replace it with Spirit Guardians, Beacon of Hope, Mass Healing Word, because I have an extra one from leveling up.
Man, you just took out Cure Wounds.
Yeah, because I have Mass Healing Word, and
That's
I have
fair.
Regular Healing Word, and I have Aura Vitality as well.
Fair.
I have cure wounds as well, so I can if we need to.
I think everybody in the party has Cure Wounds.
Eric and Taric don't.
Eric and Taric are
Everyone
the
else
only
does.
people who don't have
People's
Cure
names who don't rhyme with Rick.
I'd say I'm pretty safe to take out Cure Wounds. I'd say it'd be less safe for me to take out Healing Word. So.
Alright, stealth checks.
Oh yes, stealth check. I'm gonna. Can I guidance people while knowing their result? Nope, not gonna do that. I'm gonna guidance Fonkin.
Sure.
You can add a D4.
Not a bad time to do it.
Okay.
I'm slowly improving by increments.
Oh, come on!
Okay, I got pretty good. I
Oh,
did pretty well.
freaking one on that.
I got a modified 20.
Okay. Eric?
19.
11!
Rolled a 3, then a 6, then a 9.
I gambled well. on
I
that.
literally only got a 1 on it.
Unlucky, but I gambled well.
You did.
Alright, well, you guys rolled well enough. As a party,
Yeah.
you feel pretty confident. So you guys set off in the direction that Fonkin found.
What are you
Can you all make me a perception check?
Absolutely.
More!
I love
Perception check?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's up my alley.
Oh, I dropped that on the
It's
floor.
up my alley.
What is it though? Before I say that I dropped it on the floor and I have to reroll.
It's on the floor, roll it.
Yeah,
Oh, it's an 18 too.
off the table doesn't count.
It's an 18.
Off the table doesn't count.
It's an 18.
It's okay, I got an
It doesn't matter because I got a modified 18. So.
Modified 18.
18.
18.
Modified 18.
Wait.
16.
Oh, God!
Okay.
What a failure.
Okay, so
Way to go.
That's a very good
You
one.
ruined it.
you guys all notice the mountains seem further away today
Oh, come on.
than they were when you went to sleep.
Oh, good.
Garbage. I hate this
You're
place.
still in the same direction, but
Frickin' resets.
you don't feel like, yeah, you feel like they're further.
Are we still in like the foothills?
Strangely, yes.
That's great.
But you weren't near the mountains. You were in foothills, but the mountains weren't near you at the time.
But now they're further away.
Now they appear to be further away, but the foothills haven't changed.
That's great.
Can I sense anything like magical going on here with the like Arcana check or something?
Yeah, you could try.
My Arcana's terrible, but I can try. I'm gonna guidance myself as well.
Sure.
I'm just gonna get ahead this spell. Well, that's a 2.
You can't tell at all.
Yeah, I rolled a 2 for a modified 1 and a 1 on the guidance screen.
It seems pretty appropriate for you.
So
Nailed it.
I love it.
Absolutely
I'm
nailed
gonna grab
it.
another cookie. So
I love it. Okay. So yeah, you guys notice that the mountains seem to be further away than you recall. They press on anyways.
If we found the footprints, yes.
Yes, Fonkin found the trail.
We are convinced that those are the same footprints.
They look like footprints.
Yeah, they seem similar.
Footprints, we're looking at your boot prints.
It's a lot of overlapping prints, like a group was
Like
walking in a
standard
direction.
humanish size footprints, big ones.
It's hard to tell with the wind moving the dust and dirt around, but several, to be sure. Seems consistent with what you were tracking before. So you guys continue on.
Yeah, I think so.
Do we have any plan for what we do if and when we catch up with them? Assuming this is their footprints, it looks like there's more than 2.
Whatever took them, we're gonna beat the shit out of them, and we're gonna take them.
So we're just taking them from whatever took them?
Yup.
So we're just playing like, we're just stealing from them?
I'm gonna make this abundantly clear. They took Taric. I have no forgiveness for whatever the fuck it is. Okay?
Okay. Did you check your bag today?
I'll check my bag.
Book?
Is it
You
in
don't find the book.
the
The
book
water.
today?
The water nastier or the same?
Same.
Food the same?
Food tastes very bitter. Still edible, but like eating a green banana.
This place is the worst.
Well, actually, some people like that. But
Well,
I
Very
prefer.
big.
here's my running
Gavin
thing.
prefers a green banana. I think,
It was basically hell. I think it was just designed that way.
Any time that we eat, I'm
This is
going
hell,
to
so-
prestidigitate my food to taste better.
Is this like
the first
when
bite,
they die if they're
it's like,
bad
oh, that's
or
so
whatever?
gross.
I hope
Or I
not.
guess you wouldn't because you're
No, there's still a
church
chance
church
of
boy, whatever.
There's still a very solid chance of good. I don't know, I didn't ask someone enough to
How
know, but like,
far do these things get?
I mean, I haven't seen any like wandering souls or anything.
no, but I think
Should
it's
we
like
go
designed
faster
to just
today?
be a bad place.
Sorry,
You
what
guys
was it?
already rolled your stealth, so for right
Yeah.
now, I'd say
I think no, I think it's smart to stay stealthier. I think we forego what like 6 miles in a day to go stealthy. I think it's better to do that. Than
That's
it is.
big math for you, boy.
This is completely out of character. It is not in character. I'm saying this as Luke, who is a lot more intelligent than Ace. Ace is just like, no, stealth good.
Quiet, good.
Quiet good.
Loud,
noise bad. No, I do think this is the smarter option for now, though. I think if we figure something out, I'm still very confused. I think there's a chance we might just be being led in the wrong direction intentionally.
who knows? I'm not going to tell you.
Yeah.
So you guys continue on, following the tracks that Fonkin's picked up. Spend a while walking. You don't hear any buzzing the whole time, which is nice. Eventually you guys feel like, okay, it's been who knows how long, but we're gonna have a break. Sit down, rest for a little bit. So you do that, make yourselves a little kind of spot to eat, drink. Doesn't taste good, but it at least satisfies the hunger and
Have I
thirst.
seen anything that looks even remotely able to be like eaten, shot, and hunted? Anything?
No.
No sources of water or anything at all? This is just Mordor.
The only source of water you recall seeing was the massive lake in the distance, but it was red.
The Blood Lake. Great.
So while you guys are eating, you all hear the clatter of rocks once again. Coming from the way you were coming from.
Behind us.
Behind you. And you hear a voice. Travelers from afar.
Spin to see what it is.
You spin to see what it is. You see nothing originally, and then fading into vision, a very tall devil with long horns, probably 14, 15 feet tall.
Oh!
Very long arms that reach almost to its ankles. Long, lanky legs. Wings
Is it built or is
Stretching
it like
out.
skinny and
pretty skinny.
oh, wow.
Sizable wings, probably a good
What's
15 feet each.
the color?
It's all red.
Muddy red, light brown in areas. Eric, you notice familiar foot you saw earlier. And as you look
Would
in
my 3 hours of mind link passed at this point? If they had, I'll roll another one.
you
Just
would
keep
know
it
that it
going.
has passed. As you guys turn and see this thing, you
I roll it again for another 5 hours.
nice. So you notice all these features. You also notice its eyes are a glowing white. They do not have pupil or iris.
In everyone's minds, they hear that's the thing's foot I saw when we woke up this morning. Him or someone like him.
I think there's more than a foot.
Takes a step or two closer to you
He's
guys.
following us.
How close is he at this point?
15 feet.
That's close enough.
I'm pulling rapier and I'm putting sacred flame in the other hand.
I summoned 2 just like psionic daggers in my hand. That's more than close enough there, mate.
I back way off.
Yeah, and I'm back.
You guys summon your weapons. His hands raise from the long elbows kind of coming up. Why are you here?
No.
We ain't really in a chatting mood, sir.
We gotta answer a couple questions first. Who the hell are you?
Nice. Check some pop.
As you talk to him, he turns and looks at you and raises the very long arm and long finger, points towards you, and gets fairly close. His arms are very long. You carry a curse.
Oh, great.
Okay.
You are here to be rid of it.
So what if I might be?
How did you get here? He withdraws his arm and just kind of looks at the 4 of you.
How does anybody, get here?
Many come from my home. You did not.
Can I just say, Chris? Hate the voice.
Thanks.
It's the best in the most complimentary way possible.
It's very effective.
What's your home? Where's your home?
Centuries ago it was Avernus. But I have been here a long time.
Might as well step a little bit closer. Still not within range of his hands. What's your name?
I have no name. Not
Scary
anymore.
demon guy then.
You may call me the Seer.
Seer.
He said fear.
The Seer.
The Fear.
So what do you want?
I have been watching you since you arrived. I am curious. You seek your friends.
How do you know so
Yeah.
much?
I see all that enters this domain.
Everything.
Everything.
What number are I holding it behind my back?
7.
I'm just one hand.
Unrealizing you had 2 fingers on your hand at the front holding up. You hit one hand and you're like, good.
Still doesn't answer my question. What do you want?
I am curious. Do you plan on destroying your curse? The dome of Cthulhu. You do not carry it right now.
No, not currently. The entire time I'm talking to him, there is still a large sacred flame
Yeah, he sees
right here in my hand.
He sees it.
Okay. Looks bigger than last time. Making that clear.
A little more full.
A little more full, a little more power behind it.
little more girth to it.
Yeah, a little more heft.
You were attacked by devils from this place.
Yeah.
Shortly after, you destroyed the dome.
Yeah.
How did you know that if you only know what's here?
I saw them leave. I felt a great energy disperse. I suspect that was the destruction of the dome.
Yeah, but it'll come back, right?
It will.
Well, there's not a problem.
You came through the portal opened for them. Yes.
He looks at across the four of you.
Well, while you're asking us questions, you seem to know everything already.
I like to be sure.
Yeah, we did. Now hold on, if you've seen everything, you know where our friends are.
I
Separate.
saw them arrive. I saw you arrive. Quite later.
You know it. Where did they go? Who took them?
I'm afraid I did not see. My gaze was drawn elsewhere.
Insight check.
Sure.
It's supposed to be the other way around, but ooh, that is on brand. You first.
27.
7.
Oh! It's hard to read.
Even with that low roll, Ace is still gonna be like, bullshit. You see everything. You clearly have an interest in us. And yet, oh, I'm sorry, I missed 2 of your friends getting abducted by devils. Yeah. I call bullshit on that.
What do you want,
Kind of
man?
looks around.
This place is vast. I cannot focus on everything at once. They were here for some time before you arrived.
Can you see them now?
He kind of looks up, closes his eyes for a few moments, opens them, looks back at the four of you.
I believe one of them has dropped something precious to them. You find it, you will find them.
What did they drop?
I cannot tell, but it glows brightly.
Points a very long arm. Not quite the direction you were going, but close, a little more to the right, basically, for where he's pointing.
Why are you helping us?
It has been a long time since anyone interesting has come here. I grow tired of the warfare
Between whom?
between many who live here, my kind and demons.
Hold on, you aren't a demon?
Do I look like a demon?
That's a trick question.
I am an ancient devil.
That's comforting.
If I was going to kill you, I already would have. But do not test me.
You don't seem the type to give info away for free. What do you want? Do you have currency in this place? You want food? You want information? A soul? What is it?
I need nothing from you at this time.
You just felt
But
like
I am curious.
helping us out.
Can you do me one more favor, though?
Looks directly at you.
Yes.
Can you promise when this book comes back, you're not going to ask for the book?
I do not wish for the book. It has been
Closes his eyes for a moment.
centuries since it was last here. I believe this will be the last time it is here. If your intentions are strong enough, be warned, there is more to it than you think you know.
Why don't you tell us about it?
More fun.
Make a suggestion.
Sure.
What is it?
Save.
It's
no
a-
way.
It's a 15, and I'm going to use my silvery, until words. It's not bad. Take away 4.
Okay. Is there a visual effect?
It's verbal and material. That's it.
Well, yes.
Um,
Does Laz make a visual effect of some kind when he casts suggestion?
I think that he. I haven't thought about suggestion. I think it's just that there is. I mean, his little bolo tie thing lights up with power as it often does when he casts spells. But there is a almost visual glimmer in the eye. That's the trigger of the charm.
You have to say I heard a rumor first.
Nice. I've been watching that too.
So as you say this, he catches the glimmer in your eye, and you see his eyes glimmer the same color for a moment, and he swipes his hand across his eyes and looks down at you.
Do not test me.
I'll take a step back.
Whatever the hell comes out of this book, we'll be ready for it.
I hope so, for your sake.
No, you don't. No chance you do.
I find you all very interesting.
Okay, this is great and all, but we need to find our friends.
Yes, yes, you do.
Forgotten here.
We're gonna go.
Yeah, let's go. I'm gonna start walking.
Good luck. I
Yeah.
will find you again.
Let's hope not.
You may not find me.
Well, that's comforting to know.
And
I walk
disappears
backwards.
from sight.
I walk backwards to try and make like just visual.
You start walking backwards. After a few steps, he just fades back into nothing.
Everyone else hated that, right?
Yeah,
Just making
he's the
sure,
worst.
just making sure we're on the same page. I mean, we loved you. You're fine. You're great.
Helpful but horrifying.
Maybe don't try to pull a fast one on him next time.
Just trying to help.
He seems not your
We should
average
ask
city
him.
guard, you know.
Should have asked about the mountain. Is he still there?
Why is the mountain far?
This mountain getting further and further away.
Hey! Hey, Dad!
Alright, no. Let's keep moving in the normal direction.
Yeah, move the direction that he's pointed in, though,
Yes.
or the footsteps. Or what are we full?
So we should totally just trust
He
him and
literally
wait till it's
said,
right.
if he wanted to kill us, he would have just done it.
Could have been bluffing.
Dude,
You know, with a
last
guy
thing-
like that, I have my doubts.
the last thing Cursebreaker told me was trust literally no one. Does that mean we don't trust where he pointed us? Because if it's like, if it's Aravae or Taric's sword or something, we can always find it once we find them.
But
You said once we find the sword or the thing they drop, then we find them. But I don't want to trust anybody. We don't have much of anything to go off right now.
So we just follow the footsteps.
I think he was, if what he was saying was true, then he was strong enough to, you know, I mean, if he wanted us dead, if he wanted us to lead us into this big trap, why wouldn't he just, boom, kill us right there? I mean, if he's as powerful as he was saying he was, then he would have just killed us right there.
He did say that he was bored.
It would be more fun to lead us into a trap.
Yeah, he's like a big cat. He wants to play with his food a little bit, make it interesting for himself.
Footsteps are the only physical trace we have of our friends.
Can we find them again? We haven't lost them, have we?
No, but he did point in a slightly different direction.
Yeah.
How slightly different? Like a significant amount, like, you know, here to here kind of thing? Or is it like a here to here kind of thing?
Probably about a 10-degree difference.
Okay.
That's significant over distance.
Depending on the distance, it's significant, yeah. You're right. You know what? You're right. The footsteps are the only physical evidence that we have. We shouldn't trust the word of a demon. We shouldn't.
Probably not, though. He's a devil.
I thought he was a demon.
Pretty
So
sure he
he's-
said he was an ancient devil.
I thought he said he was an ancient demon.
He said he was an ancient devil.
Much
He
more.
did say he was an ancient devil.
He doesn't like the demons. The devils and the demons are
Oh,
fighting each other or something because they're
I
different
thought they
things.
were all the same thing, so I'm very confused.
I don't know.
Okay, you know
I
what?
haven't
We
read
don't
much
have
about
all day to
that.
sit around and talk about the difference between demons and devils. I think they're both out to kill us. So I think footsteps are the right way to go. We shouldn't trust this guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna start walking along the footsteps again.
I'm gonna follow this one.
Yep.
The right call.
Okay. I hope.
Yeah. It's a big eye hope.
Right.
Anybody hack locate object or locate person?
Nope. I can do it tomorrow.
It's a good idea.
You guys continue on for a while. You do start losing the trail. It starts to kind of disappear into the dust a little bit. So after what feels like maybe a few hours, I need another survival check. Or perception. Either.
Or perception?
Yes.
Okay.
Instead of doing that, is there any chance that while we're walking, kind of just like unbeknownst to the group, I kind of just want to like keep general track of like, because we were moving a bit to the right of the path that the devil suggested. I kind of just want to keep
A
track
little bit to
of
the
like.
left.
A little bit to
You
the
pointed more to the right than where you guys were.
Okay. I just want to keep track of how far it would, or like what, if I can, like what kind of like angle we would need to turn to get like back onto that track kind of thing.
Okay. You can make me a survival check for that.
I'm gonna guidance myself.
And then we're just making perceptions or survival, our choice.
Just Fonkin.
I got nat 20 for a total 26.
26.
There, let's go, buddy.
Unless that's a 4, that's off the table. Off the floor.
Yes, I would need it.
Off the table.
And of course it's a 3. That one's a 2. 16.
16.
Let's do it.
Yeah, you see, you judge that the direction you pointed is slowly leading towards what looks like a different area of the mountains.
Okay.
Fonkin, you rolled a 26.
Woo boy.
You are confident that you can't find the tracks.
Oh boy.
They just appear to have disappeared into the dust.
Okay.
Guys, the tracks are gone.
Like gone?
They're gone. I can't find them anywhere.
There's no sign of flight being taken?
Are we?
Not that I can tell.
This is the problem. Gavin's a better problem solver than Les.
Yes, indeed.
That's the rub, isn't it?
The downside of playing a dumb character.
Don't want to know it.
You were the smartest last character, though.
For a little bit of time.
Most of the time.
It wasn't most of the time. I lost the
After the last.
You got it in Everland, I think, right? Or was
You
it?
got it early.
Oh yeah, no, he got it in the town with the big tower, and I'm trying to remember
For
what that
anyone
was.
concerned, this is a different campaign. We're talking about a dumb barbarian who got real smart.
It was fun.
It was great. Laz is gonna kind of just stand there because he doesn't know what to do.
I'm just waiting to be pointed in a direction at this point.
Well, lucky for you. I have been keeping track of what direction we could go to follow the devil track if we wanted to.
Well, it's better than
it's-
standing here.
It's our only other option, and we tried this one, and it led us
What if
nowhere.
Scooped up by the weird flying mosquito death.
There'd be evidence of that. Because, I mean, come on, the last time he was over on the other path, it was like a bunch of like dust everywhere
Sure.
on everything. So I think there'd be evidence of that, right? I mean, he would have found that on the 26.
On a 26, you definitely would have found if that was the case. Doesn't
I
appear
literally
to be
can't
the
roll
case.
higher, so.
Doesn't appear to be the case.
Yeah.
Well-
I think we gotta take this trail, or direction, or whatever.
We need to keep on our guard, though. You guys made some good points. He's bored. He hasn't seen normal people for years. Centuries, it seems like. It could just be some elaborate game to him.
He's got to eat something.
It's true.
I betting it's not pulsating rocks.
Yeah. Well, it might be. That was an egg, I swear. He probably picks them up and like scrambles.
Fucking scrambled eggs with a side helping of human sausage.
People pork.
People freaking long pork.
Alright, double path. Let's go to double path.
Sure.
So dumb. That's so dumb to get me. That's so stupid. That's the one. That's the
I love
one.
This group of people gives us a bunch of dummies.
Right.
Fuck
Like
you.
Taric and everybody could just be dead and
I'm not
laughing
dumb.
at people pork right
You're
now.
not smart.
I got a 14 intelligence.
Okay.
Pretty good.
You're smarter
All
than
right.
the rest of us.
We're going like
Nope, I'm smarter.
You're smarter.
Yeah.
but
I'm
I
17.
ain't dumb.
So you guys
I rolled so
alter
well.
your path a little bit, start heading the direction Ace was keeping track of. And
I'm keeping an eye out on the ground for any trinkets, anything.
yeah, so you don't spot anything where you are. As you continue on, it gets more rocky and you come to kind of a, as you get closer, you recognize there's some much higher cliffs. Still not the mountains you can see in the distance, but feels kind of like them. You can see various grades of height of the cliffs, 10 feet, 20 feet, 50 feet for some of them. Kind of, as you get towards it, slowly coming up. And you can see there is a path that kind of cuts in between either side, leading into this area.
Yeah, that'd be it.
So
That'd be
there's
it.
kind of like a little valley that we could go into.
Sort of, yeah. You can still see the mountains in the distance.
Does it look like a nice, tidy little ambush spot?
Could be. You would probably know better than most.
Looks like a good place to get jumped.
It does, but it also looks like the only place that we would lead on. It's not like there's anywhere else around here that we couldn't get jumped on because there's fucking flying things everywhere. So
Should we look around for the precious thing?
he said it'd be glowing, didn't he? Well, double sword.
Haven't seen anything on the ground yet.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye out though.
Guys, I have an idea.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to transform into a giant wolf spider.
Oh.
I like it. I like this idea.
So he just says, I have an idea, just turns into
I
a
like
giant
it.
wolf
How
spider.
giant? How giant is giant?
How can we communicate with you now?
I can mind link with him.
Yeah, there's still
Are any of your characters afraid of spiders?
No, my character's not afraid of anything.
Depends if the spider's the size of a dog.
It's a
or not.
medium beast. Size.
Yeah,
It's probably the
That's
size
the
of
size of a dog.
Yeah,
Yep,
that's a-
that is
that's
the
a-
exact size of a dog.
That's a spider right out of the Forbidden Forest.
Aragog.
Yeah. It's not Aragog, but
Spawn
it's a
of
spawn.
Aragog.
Definitely.
Yeah, so
Shit.
I'm gonna start climbing up some of the rocks and
Yeah,
trying
how
to
would
get
you
like a
figure
higher
out that?
vantage point.
Oh, he has climbing speed. Oh.
So as you guys kind of walk into
Fucker
here,
could have warned me.
Spider Fonkin does whatever a Spider Fonkin does. Climbs
Can you
up.
still talk to that?
I'm gonna. Fonkin, you in there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's in there, all right.
You know I can transform, right?
Yeah.
No, I know. I just never. You were like a wolf or a horse or something. Like
Yeah.
not a freaking bug the size of one.
Like a
Hey,
bear. A
hey,
bear is
hey,
like
Ricky.
normal.
Hey Ricky,
Yeah, what?
can you tell Fonkin that I think it's super cool what you just did?
Tell him yourself. He's right there.
No, but you can do it better than I can.
Last things are cool.
Aww. Oh, thank you.
You bite him in his sleep. Okay.
Like you in your sleep.
Yeah. Okay.
So, what's Funkin doing with the, like, is it just like, keep advantage?
I'm climbing up to see, like, A, if I can see anything glowing, or B, if I can see anything that looks like it wants to kill us.
Freaking giants.
So,
The highest cliff's probably about 50-ish feet.
Okay.
So it does get fairly tall.
I can climb that pretty quickly, I think.
Yeah, you definitely. You can spider climb pretty fast.
Yeah.
So,
Like a giant wolf spider.
Yep.
so you guys kind of continue on with Fonkin the spider a little bit further ahead. I'm assuming, kind of scouting and
Yeah,
keeping
basically.
an eye out. So you walk for what doesn't feel like super long. It is slightly cooler in this kind of canyony area. Seems like the air is just a little bit thinner, so it feels a little nicer.
I just tell Fonkin, remember you can talk to me up to a mile away if you see anything.
Okay, well then.
So you guys continue on for a little bit of time. Fonkin eventually, definitely from up high, you would see this pretty easily. You get into a sort of, what you can see is the area kind of continues on straight for a bit and then sort of turns. But before the turn, you do in fact see a glint of something down in the dirt.
Guys, up ahead, I see something in the dirt.
Well, hey, hold on, guys. He's talking to me. He sees something in the dirt, shiny.
How far away?
Around the corner a little bit on the ground.
Probably
50 feet?
Probably about 50 feet forward, and I mean it's down in like the canyony area, so 50 feet down.
I'm gonna stay up where I am.
Okay.
We're down in the canyon.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You don't spot what he spots.
Oh, okay.
He said it's around the corner while he's
How far? 50 feet?
50-ish feet around. Anything else? Anything moving?
Everything seems clear, right? There's nothing else I'm seeing?
You don't see anything else.
Everything else seems fine.
So it's normal.
Could you get Fonkin to help split hot potato for the object?
What?
What?
Hot potato? You know the thing where you say hot or colder?
That's not hot potato.
That's. You're more.
You have no idea what you're talking about.
Can I say that is
You don't even
Gavin
remember
mixing
when you
that
were
up as well?
a kid. Why would you trust you?
But
Like
also, it's
childhood
so
games.
much funnier. It's
Perfect as last.
don't even know.
That's not.
You can name one memory from when you were like
so
5
much
years
better.
old. I'll trust you with the childhood being references. Like,
That's not what that is. That's not hot potatoes.
That's
Play
not
hot
hot
potato because
potato.
of how close you get to the potatoes.
You have never, I swear, you
woke up
can't
like not even a
remember.
year ago.
Yeah.
How do you know what a kid?
How do you know what how do you know what hot potato is?
You just learn things by being around people. I don't know.
Okay.
Wait,
You said
you're
it's
like-
on the ground, 50 feet around the
That's
corner.
on-
There's nothing moving, nothing else there. That's what he said.
Hey, are you guys gonna go get this thing?
I fucking.
Yeah, you're just like sitting up
Yeah,
on the
let's just
cliff, like
go
watching
get
them
the
like
thing.
look at each other.
It could
Just
be
your
trapped.
angrily
It
at
could be
last.
trapped. It could so be trapped. It could so be trapped.
Hey, Fonkin, you want to fetch?
I think my time is
Oh,
to fetch up here.
Like one of those like.
Can you
and
freaking?
you're
Can I
like,
shoot a web?
Oh
I don't think that's the thing.
Can you freaking Shaylob down onto that thing?
do you know how
I don't
sick
think
that
you
would be?
can.
I don't see anything here about doing that, so
You could probably climb on ledge for these.
Yeah,
I can, yes,
Yeah.
but I can't make my own webs, which is
You can't
bullshit.
cast the web spell once.
Yeah,
per
come
day?
on, I should totally be able to do that.
Or make a
I
line.
mean, druids can do that, right? Like they
A web?
cast a web.
Eric, come on.
I don't know
Just
that.
go
Maybe.
find it. He can help you find it.
All right, let's just go get it.
Hotter potato.
Let's see what it is first. I mean, it might not even be what we're looking
Sure,
for. It might just be some other
I'll
random
cautiously go up and peek around. Is it kind of a pretty hard corner or gradual?
Pretty gradual.
I'll slowly take up and you all wait here. I'll be back.
I'm still just watching intently to see if anything happens.
Yeah, Fonkin, say anything if you see anything moving. I'm gonna try to go up and take a look at the thing on the ground,
Will do.
and I will cautiously approach.
Oh,
Yeah, that's fun. That's really fun.
So this is the sort of canyon area you guys are in.
So we're clear. We're all on full HP, right?
Yeah.
No, this realm you don't.
Unless someone's slacking
This
for
realm,
saying
you're
something.
all half HP.
I can see it.
I didn't update them, so I do need
Most
to
of
quickly
the
do that.
time, my damage comes from my party members.
You're not wrong.
What was your max again? Ace 40 or 39?
39. If you want to make it 40, I'm not gonna complain.
No, I'm all good, thanks.
Yeah, you're gonna totally overtake me.
No, there's no shot. Wait, what's your con? 0? 1. I have the same con. I'm rolling. I think I rolled a 6 or a 7 on this
I
one.
rolled myself.
Okay. Yeah, I got a 7 on this one. I'm pretty sure as well.
So, Eric, you, guided by Fonkin the Spider, eventually kind of make your way more into the corner. You still don't see like the glinting, but he's telling you you're getting closer.
Is it like up in that 5 foot wide part up there?
It's right about there. So you sort of Fonk and you let him know like he's pretty much like right near it at this point.
The way I had it in my head, I was closer to the glint. I would say I was like that top left.
You're like ahead of us.
Like here?
Yeah, maybe just one more to the left.
There?
Yeah, I saw myself being a lot closer.
Okay, sure. Yeah. I was just kind of putting you somewhere up.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm looking for this thing.
I'm gonna stick near Eric. Like that. We're under the impression of like, why are we splitting up super far? You
Like
know?
here?
Yeah, like 2 of us are missing. Like
That's-
let's not lose any more, right?
I think that. I mean, yeah, I'd be close. There's no way I'm on my own. Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay.
So I'm like, I'm gonna go ahead and look at the thing, and I start walking, and they just walk behind me.
Yes.
Sure, whatever.
Don't split the party.
You can already a party split. So, Fonk, can you guide Eric? Eric, after listening to Fonkin kind of, nope, this way, a little more forward, you find partially sticking out of the dirt, it looks to be a silver pendant. And looking at it, it looks like sort of a fiery circle, like a moon being eclipsed. It has a sword running vertically from the bottom to the top to where the chain would go. You recognize this from traveling with Aravae for a fair amount of time. This appears to be Arave's pendant.
This is Aravae's.
Did he pick it up already?
Yeah, I picked it up out of the dirt.
Yeah.
She wears this.
That means
I've
they're
never
close.
seen her not. I've never seen her take it off before.
That means they're closed.
That's what the devil said. Yeah. He said, "We find the thing, we find them."
We can't excuse the possibility that he has kidnapped both of them and took the pendant and put it here.
Any
It's
number of
something-
things. Yeah. I put it on.
You put it on.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just fucking fuck myself.
It's cursed. No, just kidding.
I had the little fireball cast on
Cast on myself.
Because if that's Arave's pendant, then
Power would kill.
we.
Part
I
of her
think
crew.
I think a good ally here might be just common sense, and I think common sense is saying that either it fell off of her while being taken this way, or she somehow found a way to slip it off and leave it here.
I lead the leaves before you
I was waiting for that.
I think we're headed in the right direction.
What's
This is-
Lori doing?
This is looking good. Does it come up to a dead end or anything, or does it keep going?
No, it I'll readjust the view a little bit. Sharp bend around the corner, so you can't see where it goes at this point.
We should keep moving through here.
Can you ask Fonkin to look ahead for us?
Yeah, Fonkin, can you keep looking forward for us?
Yeah, once I would see them pick up the pendant, I would start moving on ahead.
Okay, are you going
It's-
across or staying on that side?
Yeah, I'll stay on that side because I see it's kind of bending to the right, so I would just, I would stay on that side.
So while you guys are talking and deciding to continue on, Fonkin, again, you notice this first being higher up. The air down, not quite at the bottom, but closer to the rest of the group than you, starts to shimmer a little bit.
The air is shimmering.
Yeah, like you like
I'm
visually
imagining,
like you
heat.
yeah, like you know when
waves.
you're looking at like a fire and the heat kind of distorts.
Yeah,
the-
that kind of
yeah,
distortion.
you see that.
Okay. Guys,
Hold up.
or I guess not guys, it's just Airic. It seems like it's very hot here. The air is shimmering.
It's hot everywhere.
It wasn't shimmering before.
Okay.
Communicate that.
Yeah, there's.
As you're saying,
It
this,
says there's
the,
some kind of funky heat waves or something up right in front.
the three of you on the ground. Well, Airic, actually no, you get attention of it first, so you look up to where Fonkin's looking down, and the other two, after hearing about it, you look up, and you all see this as the air kind of shimmers and vibrates, and a somewhat familiar red, dark light appears, kind of pops into existence,
Oh,
and from it,
a portal?
from it, a sizable looking
Oh, not good.
thing falls, hits the ground, and quickly stands up and starts yelling and looking up at the portal, and you can't understand what it's saying. and it's like gesturing and like waving its arms.
Moving aggressively at us.
Yeah, you can see like
What is
numerous
it look like?
cuts and things on it. It looks like a very beefy red human almost.
Beefy red human.
Like probably about your height, but like much thicker, very built. Doesn't appear to be carrying any weapons, but
Big boy.
it's yeah, it's like this. You can see like cuts and scratches on it that are fresh, and it hasn't noticed you yet, but it's like yelling up towards the portal.
Oh, it hasn't noticed us.
No,
We're right there.
but you do see the portal begin to close.
What do we see through that portal?
Looks kind of similar to where the environment you're in.
Do we see anybody in the portal?
Fonkin, you probably would from your vantage point. You can see a little further away into the portal one of the shadow demons that you guys saw when you fought last session, that big black thing that kept attacking Taric. And you can see it's like looking around but not looking at the portal or anything. It's just like it looks confused almost.
Okay.
The portal begins to close. Is there anything you guys do?
I don't see or hear anything else from the portal.
No. This shadow demon on the other side appears not to have taken note.
How high up is the portal?
About 20 feet.
I could tell.
But why would you want to?
I don't know.
I mean, I could probably jump through the portal if I
No.
wanted to, because I'm high up enough. But I don't want to.
Another party flip.
No. No chance. Not another time.
You guys might want to take some cover.
Yeah, I guess while he seems preoccupied with what's above him, we'll kind of
Yeah. There's.
back up and take some cover if we can.
I'll scooch around that corner.
Yeah, I was gonna say that corner there looks very nice.
The bottom left of where you guys are? Or the bottom
Last
right?
turn, I'll take the bottom left, and I'll take the top right corner there.
Sure.
All right.
Eric, what are you doing?
I will, yeah, I'll go further bottom left.
Pardon me. How much higher is the cliffside? How high is the cliffside up against?
The cliffside you're up against probably is about 30-ish feet. Fonkin, you're about 40 feet.
Yeah, I'll go like back and behind Laz.
Okay. As you guys start kind of skittering away, and the portal's closing, this thing turns around, sees the three of you kind of running away, and starts yelling in whatever language it's yelling in, and
And I don't recognize
gesturing at you guys. You don't recognize it now. And like begins running towards Airic, being the closest and that he can see you. Roll initiative.
Okay. I don't think these things respond to like intimidation, right? Strength based, whatever.
I think the last person I gave the initiative advantage to was Taric, and I forgot to reset it. So. That's unlucky.
I can't roll today. This is.
I didn't get the up.
Yeah, I rolled pretty good.
Alright, what did everybody get?
I got a 15.
15? Okay. Airic?
21.
Okay. Fonkin?
28.
Oh, you got the alert!
Oh, you got alert?
God.
And I got nat 20.
Oh my
That's your third nat 20 days, isn't it?
Wow.
I think so, yeah.
Last
My goodness.
7.
It's been all over the place for me.
Amazing.
Wow. Okay.
Okay. So, yeah, Fonkin, you see this thing like turn and start yelling at the rest of your group and starts charging towards Airic, but you were very quick.
Shaylog his ass.
Yeah. This isn't the best. Well, it's okay for combat.
large creature or medium? Or medium.
Medium.
Okay, cool. I'm just gonna keep you as Fonkin then for simplicity.
Sure.
I don't have a giant spider.
We don't need a different token every time.
It's fun though.
It is fun, but I mean, it's just not necessary. Okay, I'm gonna jump down behind him. What's that?
It definitely has not
The
seen.
last session of the other campaign.
Yeah.
we were just fighting Tiamat. I was going to buy the Tiamat, but it's like 100 way too expensive.
I don't know.
Go behind it.
Oh no, it's
That's- yeah, I think so.
300.
That's like just big.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna bite it.
Well, it's
so-
supposed to be 30 feet by 30 feet.
It hasn't seen or heard or noticed you, so you would
Have,
you have advantage.
battle mad.
Sick.
You can like draw or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Do some damage.
I used to do.
22.
I just
22 to hit. Yeah, that hits.
Okay, so
I don't have any mini. Well, I have a couple where
I got this one that got like a collection of like monster minis. That's what. Just ones that.
the target must make a DC 11 Constitution saving throw
to bite him as a spider.
as a spider.
Yeah, they try to poison it.
That's a 13 plus.
Okay.
But it still takes bite damage, I'm assuming. Piercing with your
And
mandible.
I still get to do poison damage, but he takes half.
Okay.
So it's 2 bite damage, piercing.
You can roll the dice that it says. It should be like 2, then bracket XD, whatever.
Yeah, no, I rolled less.
Oh, okay.
It was
Well,
terrible.
you rolled, so that's
Yeah.
Okay, so 2 piercing.
And then 3 poison damage.
Okay.
For reference, I rolled a 6.
6 half to 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. Eric, you're up, followed by Ace.
And you're staying there beside him.
Behind him, yeah.
You would have used your movement vertically to get down there.
I mean, jumping. I guess probably going
Crawling,
down,
yeah.
safer.
Yeah.
Whatever.
As a spider, there's no point in you jumping down.
I'm gonna back up far enough so as to still be within 60 feet of the guy. And I'm gonna throw a psychic blade at him.
Like here-ish. Want to go further back?
As far back as I can get without being further than 60 feet from the target. From the thick red boy.
Yep. That's your full movement.
Sure.
Within 60.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, come on. Plus 7. Does a 13 hit?
13 does not.
13.
Okay, so it's between 22 and
A bonus action, I'm gonna throw another one.
Okay.
21.
21 hits.
Oh, come on, yes.
There we go.
There's your range. Okay.
And I still get sneak attack, but my regular is down to 4. So that is 10, 15, 17, 21 psychic damage.
Not bad.
That's like damage
too. Good
Yeah. And I use my bonus action to throw a second knife.
You use your full
I
movement.
use full movement. I use my action. Yeah, I'm there. That's it.
Okay. Ace, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna peek out from the corner.
Right there.
Yeah, that looks good. I'll keep it simple on the first turn. I'm gonna throw a sacred flame at it. Just make it a dexterity saving throw.
DC?
15.
That's a 6. So that's a fail.
Alright. So that'll be 2d4, or 2d8
2d8.
radiant damage.
Sorry, is this guy taking up 4 squares?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's bulky.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I just wasn't sure if it was-
15 radiant damage.
15 range is pretty good.
And then he's gonna. Fonkin, as a spider, how much health do you have?
Let me check.
Pretty sure it's like not high.
Hit points is 11.
Yeah. He won't. His like hit points, like as
Although
Fonkin,
technically,
are separate.
I
Right?
could roll for it. Because it says 11 or 2d8 plus 2.
I think transforming is
Yeah.
just the amount it says.
Yeah.
So they're basically like temporary hit points.
carries
So
over.
if he gets hit for 10, he's at 1, but if Fonkin's at full. If he gets hit for 30, then Spider goes kaput, and then Fonkin takes the leftover damage.
I think.
Yeah.
If you got something good, I mean, just use it. I'm not too worried.
No,
about
no,
Spider.
no, no. I'm more worried about like, do I want to like run up as well? And I don't think that's a good idea. No, I'm just gonna I'm gonna duck behind the corner again.
So you just like look out and throw a Sacred Flame, and then
You know, I don't. You know what? I'll do a spiritual weapon as well, just right on the other side of Fonkin there.
like in front of it.
Yeah, in front of it, because it's a bonus action, and I used a main action spell.
Yes, used a main action cantrip. So yeah.
So that's nice. 23 to hit,
Yeah, that hits.
and that'll be 9 points of force damage.
Okay.
And then I'll duck behind the crevice again.
Okay. That's your turn.
That's my turn. Yeah.
Okay, its turn, and then Lav's. This all kind of happens. It sees you duck out and sling some spells, so it immediately charges down to go find you. Fonkin, you're going to get an attack of opportunity. So will you with your scythe.
Yes.
18.
18 hits.
Between 13 and 18.
That's funny. I got a 13.
Okay, well we know that misses, so Fonkin, you go ahead.
Okay. That is 4 piercing. Again, DC 11 Constitution.
That's a fail.
Ooh, nice.
very good.
So that is 8 damage.
Total? 8 poison plus,
What did I say?
piercing. It was a 6 piercing.
Yeah. So
14
total.
Okay. And is it poisoned or is it just damage?
Taking poison damage on a failed save. It only says
Okay,
beyond
it's just
that
basically
if it
take
reduces to
less damage.
0.
Yeah, okay. Cool. Alright, so it makes it up to Ace. Ace, this thing is probably not much taller than you, but like very muscle bound and like not really wearing much. And you can see again, like up close now, you can see fresh cuts and scrapes as well as a lot of scars. And it runs up and sees you and just swings a big fist right at you.
Oh, okay.
Big fisty boy.
For a 15, which I don't believe hits.
No, I have an 18 plus.
You have 18, that's right.
That would have hit like 10 sessions ago.
Yeah, that's
But-
true. So you kind of get out of the way, it swings another fist at you. That is definitely going to hit you. This is a 16 plus.
Okay.
So you are going to take 12 bludgeoning damage. Can you make me a strength saving throw?
I can. That's an 8.
Ooh, yeah, that's not very good.
No, that is not.
So it knocks you, like the first fist kind of swings across, and you duck, and then the second fist comes down and just slams into your head and hits you, and you just smack into the ground right below you.
Okay.
It's knocked you prone.
Oh, okay.
And then it reaches down with both hands and grabs you and attempts to pick you up.
What? No, down. Drop it. Drop
Bad
it.
boy.
Okay.
You're prone, so you can,
I believe I have disadvantage on
Yeah.
strength checks, don't I?
yes, so you can attempt to
Is he trying to grapple
grapple
him?
this one. Yes, it is a grapple.
Can you use a dex acrobatics to escape a grapple? Or avoid one?
Just do, yeah. If
I can use acrobatics, right?
To escape it, yeah. Can you use it to?
initial one is low, I think.
Initial one?
I believe it is because you're kind of dodging the grapple, right? Like I could try to like.
Yeah,
roll
you are
out
at
the way.
disadvantage though.
Yeah. Okay, well that's a nat 20 on the first roll.
Mm.
Just have to roll.
And that's a 13 on the next one. Okay.
13 is not good enough.
No, but no.
What's your
13
total?
plus 4, so total 17.
18.
Okay.
Oh,
that's
man.
unlucky.
So it picks you up and turns and throws you
Okay.
directly towards Laz.
No, I don't need that, thank you.
So it's
not
basically an
messing
attack
around.
roll against
Yeah.
you.
Natural one?
Hulk smash.
Natural 20.
Oh,
Silver
wow.
hearts.
Good. Good.
Frickin'
Good use.
silvery bars.
This Steph was still going to hit you, but he did burn the nat 20, so good on you.
I don't want to take a nat 20. Neither of us. A double nat 20 essentially.
Yeah, that would be something. And then who gets advantage?
That's a great question. Eric.
Oh, yay.
I kind of, so like the way because it's like a thin string of whatever, of ethereal silver.
Ethereal Filper.
I kind of, it latches around his wrist and I give it a last minute pull to just a little bit off center but still hits me
Yeah.
with him. And then that kind of same thing just goes into Eric's chest.
So you guys both take 10 bludgeoning damage from that.
Yeah, I'm
That's
down
a
to
lot better
17.
than what it would've
Okay.
Yep.
That is half my HP in one turn.
And AC went prone.
Yeah.
Actually, Laz, make me a strength saving throw, because you're getting hit by an ace.
Not a dex?
Dex said no, not for this one. This is to not get knocked prone from being hit by a full weight human.
15.
15 makes it.
Hey.
Okay. And then it kind of yells something incomprehensible in whatever language it's yelling in. But that does end its turn, which puts Laz up with Fonkin to follow.
Do I hit it? Should I? Or do I try to?
Do something. Debuff it or keep it from moving or something.
Keep it away from us.
The only thing I can do is cast Killed, which is what I'm going to try to do.
Yeah. I know.
Cast Splitting Headache.
I'm going to I'm gonna cast Dissonant Whispers on it.
Okay.
So Whispers. I don't think it needs to understand me.
Yeah, I believe that
It
was
just
the
isn't here.
yeah, that was the caveat that makes it really useful.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the save?
15 Wisdom.
That's an 18 on the dice.
Oh, she keeps saving against all my stuff.
It doesn't have a -4. I'm afraid.
I didn't. Yeah. I didn't use it this time. 11 halved to
5. Okay. Right.
And I run away.
Just like down diagonal away.
I think down 30 feet. The map's a little cut off for us.
Oh yeah, I'll move you guys down.
Granting that's just a bonker, so. Yeah, 30 feet. If 30 feet down takes me away.
Take you down there.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay. That's it.
That's action. I didn't do a bonus action.
Okay. Fonkin, you're up, followed by Airic.
Alright, I'm going to I'm gonna run up beside the spiritual weapon, whatever.
Like here?
Yeah,
What's the spider's movement speed?
40.
Nice.
But bonus action to drop a form, right? Isn't that what you said?
Bonus action to turn into something. It's
I
a
can't
free
drop
action
it?
to drop it.
Oh, free action.
Let me double check.
I'm pretty sure it's just free to draw.
That'd be
It
pretty
might be a
good.
bonus action.
See, I have the thing here, but it's just a huge like paragraph.
Yeah, it's fair. It's a lot of text.
Revert to normal form is a bonus action.
Okay. So yeah, bonus action dropping it. Although I'm curious, does that take away like the 20 feet or whatever from my movement then?
Well, if you ran your full 40,
Well,
You move 20 to get there.
yeah, so
So, like at this point, I'd say you've used 20 feet of movement.
of my movement.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So now you.
I don't plan on moving, but I just wanted to know. Then I'm going to cast Reduce.
Classic.
It works.
It does.
So,
That's where it worked on me.
Constitution saving throw of 14.
Come on, this thing totally doesn't have a good con.
It's an 18.
Muscle-bound beast.
Okay. Spell has no effect.
Yeah, you see, like it's like muscles begin to shrink for a brief moment, and then the spell just kind of fizzles out, and
Alright.
they come back to full power.
Would've
Not a
been
bad
so
idea, though.
Sweet.
Yeah, that's my turn. I can't do anything else.
All right, Eric, you're up then. Ace.
pardon me.
I back my full movement away from him and throw a psychic blade.
Like down
Really, I'll
left.
just run away from this guy.
I'm skirting him. It's a tactic.
I'm not
Kiting.
It's a
I'm
tactical
not
choice.
running.
You're going like down left or down or left or.
I'll go down right. As much ever as 30 feet will get me.
So like here. That was kind of down right.
Well, I want to have some distance between me and whatever.
Last.
It doesn't really matter.
I mean, from there you're 40 feet away.
Yeah,
from
sure. I'll hit him with a side blade.
Okay.
That's a nat one. I'll throw another one. Wait,
You
I have
have-
advantage.
you have advantage.
I have advantage.
Why does he have advantage?
He gave it to me. That's a 21
Ah,
to hit.
silvery barbs. Nice.
21 to hit.
21 to hit.
Yes.
Well, that's a good use of silvery barbs. So
That's why I give it to
that
my
hits.
rogue.
Oh, baby.
Whoa!
18,
numbers.
20, 24 psychic damage.
This is why we pack rogues.
This thing was
Roll
looking
3
pretty beat up
sixes.
pretty quickly.
Mentally
Yeah.
bleeding out of.
Yeah, it's got
Yeah,
some
you
11
can-
nosebleeds going
Yeah,
on.
you can see like nosebleed, like it's one ear. There's like blood coming out of it.
Don't forget the eyes.
Yeah, it's got
Yeah, actually.
it's got some 11.
It can only see out of
Yeah.
one eye pretty much
Actually
right now.
going on.
The other one's kind of
Yeah,
like
24
all red.
psychic.
And I guess what I did was also psychic damage. So
Yeah, you guys have actually done a lot of psychic damage to it. Okay.
Boy, bonus action. Steady aim, hide, disengage, or dash. I will dash 30 feet to the left.
It's a game of Eric and Laz who can get further away.
All right.
It's skirting is a completely valid tactical maneuver.
Yeah, kiting.
Kiting.
All right, that's it for you, Eric.
Yes.
Ace, you're up.
Okay. Ace
You
is
are
on
prone.
the ground.
Yes,
Yeah.
you're prone.
So he's gonna he's like at this point he's pretty bloodied as well because I mean he
Yeah,
took,
you're below half HP.
yeah, below half in one turn. He's gonna kind of wipe whatever blood is on his face kind of thing, and he's looking at the thing. What does it look like exactly again? Like what is it?
It's like humanoid. It doesn't have like horns or things like that. Like it looks. Yeah. It looks like a very beefy, bulky, like not like a tiefling, but like a sort of a humanoid-ish devil. Like, it's missing some features that would be like Telltale Devil, but the way the eyes are shaped, the way like just like how the shoulders kind of jut out and everything, it definitely isn't human. That's for sure.
Right. He's gonna stand up and as he's getting up, probably everybody kind of notices little bits of kind of white stuff is coming out of his fingers now, and he's
Gross.
he's all right.
Dipped his hands in mayonnaise.
Yeah. He's gonna look right at the thing and he's just gonna be like, all right, my turn. Bring back an old classic. I'm gonna cast Spirit Guardians.
Nice.
radius on around myself and like
Yeah.
move towards the creature. So the spirit guardians for me,
What's the radius again? Is it 15 feet?
15-foot radius around me.
Okay.
That's a good one.
They are
Purple works for you?
yeah, that's good.
Okay.
They are these like very tall, like robed with like hood up, and they're each just holding like a staff there that has like a moon on
Yeah.
the top, and they're all kind of like circling around him. And when it gets close to it, it's just like they're just gonna converge and all like slash onto it, whatever. It's like
Okay. So where are you moving exactly?
I'm moving to the because I know I have only technically 15.
Yeah, you have 15 feet.
So I
That's that.
think I can go 1, 2, 3, right?
So here?
Yeah, so I want to get to there. It's when it enters its radius for the first time on a turn, and I think we agreed that if I move towards it, because I believe Hamir was able to move towards it and have it count. If I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong on that.
It's when a creature enters the area for the first time on a turn or
A
starts its turn there.
Yeah. Honestly, I'll leave the ruling up to you.
I'm trying to remember
Oh,
what we
That turn?
I don't.
I think we said
I
like
think we did-
yeah,
I
if
think we
you
did that.
move through,
Yeah,
it's
it
just
was
it
kind of like
happens.
just
yeah.
bringing them with
willing
you.
or not, it's something
Yeah.
a turn.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, so it has to make, I believe, a wisdom saving throw. DC
Yeah.
15.
Yeah, barrage that thing with holy magic.
Oh, big time, yeah.
It's
you
not a
can-
bad roll, but it's not enough.
Okay, then it's going to be taking 3d8 radiant damage.
Okay.
Kind of a disappointing amount, though. 9 radiant damage. And then as they're all like converging, I want to move the spiritual weapon down.
Sorry, I'm just reading quickly.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think we did that actually.
You don't think we did that?
Because that would make it crazy. Because you'd walk into something, it would take damage, and then on its turn, it would take damage again.
Yeah, that's
Which
what I
is
was thinking.
kind of crazy.
But
I think it's when it first enters it or starts its turn there, but I don't think it deals it.
I mean, I'll take another opportunity to deal damage again at the start of its turn, which is literally the next turn. So,
Yeah,
like, if we want to retcon this damage and
yeah,
just
let's
say another opportunity to do it,
Yeah,
that's fine
I'm
by me,
pretty
but-
sure it was on their turn because they start their turn there,
Yeah.
or if they go into it.
Okay.
Was the idea. So if they want to engage you, they go in and take damage on their turn, but
Okay.
I believe it is always on their turn.
That's
I
fine.
don't recall doing it the other way.
That's totally fine. Still, though, bonus action, move the spiritual weapon so that it's diagonal to me. It can like move through objects, right? Or
Yeah, like you want it like here? Or...
Yeah,
whatever's
it-
gonna get flanking on.
It counts
Yeah.
both times for the damage.
It's up to
when-
DM ruling at this point. I don't.
Unaffected
I don't
creature
care.
speed, or wait. When a creature enters the area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, so it would be on your turn and then also on its turn.
Seems
I'm fine
crazy.
either way. In all
Just
honesty.
as per raw, that's what it is. But I mean, do what you want.
It's up to you.
It's honest. Yeah, I'm leaving it completely DM ruling. Obviously, like however you want to rule it is how it's gonna go. Like, that's fine by me if you want to go either way. I'm happy with honestly getting a second chance to, deal damage to it kind of thing. But either way.
Sorry, I want to get this right.
Okay.
So. Turn. Yeah, this is a tough one. We may have been doing it wrong the whole time. Spiritual Guardians 5e. When the creature enters the area for the first time on a turn, implies to me that when it enters the area, not when the area enters it.
Right.
It could be moved into that area unwillingly. I think I would say that because all it needs to do is have entered the area by being moved or moving.
Right.
So I don't think it works on your turn. I'm pretty sure we always did like beginning of anyone's turn when they were trying to attack Hamir was like, oh, first they gotta take damage.
Sure.
So I'm gonna rule it that way. It would work on other turns if something got moved into it. Like if that creature got thrown into it, it would take damage, and then it would also take damage on its turn.
Yeah, that's fine.
So we'll retcon the damage, which is good for you because it wasn't a good roll.
because it was terrible damage.
You do get flanking with your
Yes, that's what I
scythe.
So spiritual weapon with advantage.
Yep.
That's definitely gonna hit, but I'll see if I get a crit.
Fish
That's
for
19.
crits.
No, I don't get a crit. But 19 plus 7.
Yeah,
26.
that hits for sure.
You haven't got any telekinesis or anything?
That'll be 7 force damage.
Okay.
You can take it. And
I could take
I'm ending my turn there.
No,
Okay.
that crazy telekinesis 5 feet.
All right, its turn. It's
It's
looking
a
pretty beat up,
feat
but
today.
still going. You moved up to it, so it is gonna try and wail on you again.
It needs to do the Spirit Guardians though.
So it's rolling for a save.
Wisdom saving throw DC 15.
That's a failure
Okay.
Excellent.
with a 14.
That's what I like to do.
Real. It was actually a 16, but it has bad wisdom. Not that bad to fail yours, but bad enough.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's a little
okay.
better. 13 radiant.
Okay.
Improvements.
So the sort of priests kind of
Yeah.
swing their moon scepters.
Yeah,
Adam?
literally. Yeah.
Do love that.
That's pretty sick.
This is also all while like Ace is like in his like feet and like legs and like hands is almost like kind of like pouring out like radiant stuff, just kind of
Sick.
on the ground like everywhere.
That's
kind of
cool.
thing.
Cooling, it's kind of great.
Yeah, it is absolutely like. I'm making it clear. Every super powerful spell that he casts, it is completely out of his control. Like you might not want to get close to it. I've not dictated that any of you
I
will not
see.
take damage from this.
I see,
So
yes.
be careful with this.
That's funny.
But
Okay, but it takes the damage. It's looking pretty rough, but it's going to swing at you still.
okay.
So swing number 1, that is not going to hit you because you have 18 AC.
Yes, I do.
So you dodge the first one, you dodge the second one.
Yes,
as
I do.
well. It's mildly frustrated. It is going to try and grab you again. You're standing this time.
Yep.
Go with me for like months.
You almost did.
That is a 19.
19 ties.
Okay, nothing changes, right?
Nothing changes.
Nothing
You
changes.
just managed to slip out of its grasp. And you sort of see, because you don't really know what the spell does
Yeah.
as Ace.
Yeah.
You sort of see its swings seem a little slow. Like you can see as it's swinging, the priests are sort of grabbing onto its arm here and there. Like it's going through, but it's visibly slowing it down. So same thing as it goes to two-handed grab you. You kind of brace for it, and then you see your priest sort of hold its arms back just long enough that you can get out of the way.
Oh, okay. That's it.
That's the slow effect.
Yeah.
That's its turn.
That's what we want.
It doesn't
right there.
feel like moving.
That's what we want.
So Laz, you're up, followed by Fall.
Perfect. What do I want to do? Can you show me a 30 feet of movement towards Ace looks like?
30 feet of movement towards Ace would get you.
So I can get up to him.
Yeah, you get up to him.
Be careful.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know. Just sees Ace radiating stuff.
I've also seen you take a big hit.
You've also seen Ace radiate stuff before, and it's
Sure.
benefited you.
Exactly.
So what would Laz do?
I don't think Laz is quite generous enough to do cure wounds yet. We're getting there. I think it's going to be a low-key turn. And then I'm going to try and
It's a
set
Laz turn.
other people up. I'm going to try and get line of sight with the creature and just trying to catch its eyes.
Okay.
And then make a bad imitation of it looking angry and making the words it's doing, and that's my vicious mockery.
Okay.
It has to make a wisdom saving throw. 15.
That's a 1.
I'll take it. That's 2d4s.
Oh,
then look at this.
man.
A 3 and a 1.
Could have gotten that.
4
On level 1.
4 damage total. Perfectly, no, below average. Excellent. So that means it has disadvantage on its next attack.
Okay.
No, I'm not for a bit. You're mine for a long while.
And I'm going to, once I've irritated the thing enough, yell over to Fonkin, try again. And with that, I'm going to use my
Inspiration?
not my inspiration. I'm going to use my inspiration. I'm going to use unsettling words and let him benefit from it. Because it just says next saving throw. It doesn't mean it has to be mine. I just mean tell them I've been
So if my next saving throw?
any next saving throw it makes.
Oh, it makes.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay. So
I'm
you're
just
giving it.
setting him up.
Okay. So you've given it
I'm going to do the
disadvantage on a saving throw.
disadvantage on attack,
Yes.
and then I'm going to use
Other than the
my-
unsettling words for a minus of.
I moved it before I saw it. 5.
Okay. Do
Excellent.
you finish your turn there?
That is my action, bonus action, and make me move into that nice little nook. So 2 to the right, 1 down, and that's good.
Okay. Fonkin, you are up, followed by Airic.
I don't know if we need to do it again. If we've been putting that much of it on, but
Yeah.
it could just make it. It could just, if you have a damage something, you could throw it in.
You said it was looking pretty
It's
bad,
looking
right?
pretty beat up, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you haven't really done much physical damage to it, but you guys have done, like, psychic damage, force damage,
The
so.
thing like,
Yeah, like, it's, like blood coming out of its ears and nose and eye, and it's like, Ace, you're close enough to see, it's like squinting to see you right now.
If you have something damage you with a saving throw, it'll still work with what I just did.
Yeah, there's a space there that you can slip in that you won't take damage and you can still hit the creature. It's right beside my spiritual weapon. Because that part doesn't cover the entire square, and I think we ruled that if it doesn't cover at least 50%.
Yeah, if it covers less than half the square.
Yeah.
Especially with Fonkin, who's tiny.
Yeah.
So you turned back into Fonkin, right?
Yeah, I had to cast spells.
Yeah.
So,
I'll be able to cast spells a bit later, though, right?
I think so.
it's
Yeah.
like
Much later.
much later.
Much
It's like
later.
Yeah.
But it's still
17
crazy.
or
But still,
You
like,
could turn into like something super beefy and
You
then
can
start
turn
casting
into an
spells.
earth elemental and start
Yeah,
casting
at level
spells.
10 you can be an element.
Freaking wild.
Yeah, I'm super excited to see that.
I'm so excited to watch triple in size.
And then like move through the earth elemental.
I'm gonna use Thorn Whip on it.
Thorn Whip. Okay.
Okay. 24.
Yeah, that is.
So that is 5 piercing damage. The
And you
creature
roll 2d6?
2/6.
Okay.
Yeah. The creature
It is
it's
larger,
large.
smaller, so the
Yeah.
effect does work.
So it pulls towards you.
10 feet. Yeah.
Okay.
Which doesn't feel like a good idea, but well, I mean,
Obviously,
attack of
no,
opportunity.
no, because it's forcefully moved away.
Okay, so
Yeah.
great. I totally regret this.
I immediately regret this decision.
Yeah, well. I don't really have any bonus actions. So yeah, that'll be my turn.
Okay. Airic, you're up.
Totally awesome.
Followed by Ace.
Am I 60 foot from the thing?
You are just
Okay,
within 60
cool.
feet. Yeah.
Then I
Looks
throw a
friendly.
knife. Psychic blade.
Okay.
Yeah, like 22.
Yep, that hits.
Oh, and I get my sneak attack.
Snurk a jerk. It's starting to be a lot of this.
8.
Well, that's
Another
part
4
of
is
it.
12. Plus 4 is 16 psychic damage.
How do you want to do this?
Oh yes!
No.
Sweet, I won't get hit.
Yeah, so as Fonkin like whips it and like pulls it towards him, and the thing like turns around, he's gonna take a big swing at Fonkin and knock him on his ass. I summon quickly the crackly kind of purple pink little length of energy and whip it, and it goes right into the back of his skull, and kind of right as it hits him, it like meets like some resistance briefly, and then like flares bright for a second, and like penetrates right into the back of his head, and then blood bursts out of his eyes and ears, and he drops dead.
Right in front of Fonkin.
Traumatized.
And it like you could see Fonkin as you pulled it towards you. It was like winding up a fist to just slam down on you, and then it just had that like and just collapses next to you. It does not land on you. Dead.
Sweet. Did it.
Nice kill. Well done.
Well, we burned a few resources.
These
All
resources.
is quieted down. That portal has disappeared at this point.
Yeah, we're gonna have to continue.
Spiritual Gardens is 10 minutes, isn't it?
Oh, I think it's only a minute.
One of them was 10 minutes. Spiritual
10
weapon
minutes.
or spiritual
Oh,
guardians.
spiritual weapon is a minute. Spiritual
Yeah.
guardian.
Pretty sure spiritual guardians is 10 minutes.
Has a nice little.
10 con? Oh. That's fine. He's gonna try his best to dispel it. He's gonna try really, really hard.
Make me a concentration save. With advantage, because you get that.
Yes, I do.
Mr. Warcaster.
That is a 15.
Okay. I would say you succeed in this case, which is what you want. So you manage to like shake it off, and the sort of ghostly priests that are around Ace fade away.
They absolutely rise up into there. They fade away.
They just that's cool.
That's a new one.
Yeah, we'll get close.
I think it's all right now. I think I'm good.
Alright, guys, we gotta keep moving.
I'm good. I'm good. Like bits of like white come out of his nose.
Just oozing.
It's actual mayonnaise.
It's just mayo. It's all mayonnaise.
Snot rockets, some radiant energy there.
That would be sick.
That'd be
That's
gross.
one way to launch a guiding bolt.
That's what I'm thinking of.
Gross.
A close up one.
Oh no.
Farmer's bolt.
Gosh, disgusting.
All right, moving on.
Move on.
It's almost 10:30. I need to go to bed.
Yeah, me too.
You guys keep going.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's keep going.
All right, so you continue on, finding your way through this canyon,
Give a potion.
not really having much view of
Yeah, I do actually.
what's around you for a while.
Yeah, I do have a potion.
As you guys kind of
It's up over vitality sword.
wind through the jagged rocks, kind of changing landscape, you lose sight of the mountains for a little while. You keep going for what feels like a couple hours, maybe.
Shuttle
And-
goes on for a couple hours. Feels like
Feels like it.
impressive.
You turn a corner, and the mountains that seemed far away suddenly are very close.
What?
Sneaky mountains.
You rolled really high stealth.
Stealth check mountains.
So what you were going towards now lies in front of you.
Sorry.
Fonkin, can you make a survival check?
Constitution.
Ace as well, actually.
Sure.
Roll the 1.
I'm gonna guide myself.
Yeah. You guys kind of like
Yeah.
you suddenly realize like, wait a minute, what the heck? And take a moment.
That's good. 22.
22.
Thank you.
Yeah, Fonkin, you're very confused by the sudden appearance of mountains in front of you.
That seems pretty natural for Fonkin.
Ace, you take a kind of a brief look around. You pick up the trail you guys were following earlier after losing it for a while, but finding this pendant, feeling like you're on the right path. You find the trail again. It now turns sharply what you judge to be southish. You follow for a little while. The sun still hasn't moved overhead. begin to hear. It's hard to tell. Not buzzing. You hear sound in the direction you're going. As you get closer, can you all make perception checks?
Absolutely.
That's funny.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's nice. I like that. 19.
Eric?
13. If that's a failure, I can add a side dice to it.
It'd be a failure.
Great. Super happy with
15. Does that succeed?
Still failure.
Okay.
So you keep it. So 15, 13, 50. 50.
that. I was gonna say.
50.
Man, expertise is crazy, huh? Okay.
Oh yeah, I took it last level, didn't you?
Bards, man.
Ace, you succeed.
50 plus 0 to 50.
That sounds
You get a little bit of a pickup of the sound. It sounds like conversation. You kind of can hear, as you guys have continued on, you've slowly been kind of going uphill a little bit. And you can hear where the conversation's coming from, and as you sort of come around a small corner, you can see down below you a village within the mountains. And in the middle of the village, several tieflings talking and jabbering and pointing at each other. And one particular female one who looks quite old, kind of proceeding over them, talking to them. And tied up on two poles are Aravae, Taric. That's where we'll end for today.
Oh,
Okay, good stuff.
Rip and tear through an entire village.